What's going on, guys, girls? Rob with you here this evening, and we got an update of the NFL so far. Thursday night game: Bengals 27, Dolphins 15. Tua Tagliavola, I can't say it. Tua Tagliavola. I can't say his last name, but he was taken off the field on a stretcher, on a cart. The Dolphins are getting more and more investigated as the week goes on. Don't be surprised if something happens there. Sanctions could come down. Vikings and Saints playing overseas today. Vikings were favored by 3, win 28-25. It's a push, and it went over the total of 44. Seahawks and Lions. Lions were favored by 6, and the Seahawks win by 3, 48-45. A shootout over the total of 50. Jets and Steelers. Steelers 3.5 favorite, and the Jets straight up win by 4, 24-20, and it just goes over the 41.5. So that was a Jets win and over. Bears and Giants 39.5 was the over under. They didn't even hit that, and the Jets was -3. Giants are -3. Both New York teams win today. Giants 20, the Bears 12. It is a Giants win and an under. Titans and Colts. And what's up, Tim? What's up, Dwayne? Let's get Dwayne and Tim both in here. Oh, no, you can't give up now. You can't give up now because our trip was pretty good. We ran in some rain. Saw our first rain today. We saw it about lunchtime, and then we haven't run out of it yet. It's still raining here at the house. We're not running any heat, but it's only like 52 outside. It's about 58 inside the house here. We are not running heat yet, so we're not going to start to heat up, hopefully, for another couple weeks. We don't want to. Let's get Tim and Dwayne in here. Also, update about Hurricane Ian. We'll tell you more about that. I just got a message or two about that, and I will tell you more and more about it, guys, in just 1 minute. Let's get these guys in here first. All right, let's get both these guys in here. I don't know whether who all. Keith's here too. Let's get Keith in here too if he wants to come in. We were just getting to the Titans and the Colts. Matt Ryan had a great day today with 347 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he did throw a pick, and that pick is what ended up costing them, I think, and they end up losing that ball game 24-17. The Titans ran the ball all day long on them, and they played well. All right, we got Tim already in here. Let's see if we get Keith and Dwayne in here.
That's what you call a big, massive egg by the Cleveland Clowns.
Oh, yeah. We hadn't got there yet. Okay. Chargers and Texans. Look, I think we all maybe over-expected a little bit too much of the Texans. Look, at the beginning of the year, we all said they were going to win 2 or 3 games. They gave the Chargers a game for 3 quarters. 34-24, the Chargers pulled that one off on the road and over the total of 56. The Browns and Falcons, you cannot go into Atlanta and lose that ball game. You just cannot do it. There's 2 or 3 places. If you're playing on the road this year, you cannot lose. Jacksonville, Atlanta, and New York Jets or New York Giants or Washington. If you go into any of those 5 places on the road this year, you can't lose those games. They're all East Coast games, but you can't lose them. You can't lose them. And that's just the way it works. And the Browns did in this game, 23-20. Browns were favored, and it was under the total there. Commanders and Cowboys, no surprise here for me. Cooper Rush probably. I can send the invite again. The biggest surprise in football right now, how was he 5-0, and they're talking about putting him on the bench in 2 weeks or next week possibly. That's what I'm hearing. So it's hard to bench somebody after they've won that many games in a row for you. I don't care who you got at quarterback. It would be very, very tough for me to do it. I'm going to send Keith 2 invites right there on one email. Now he gets to choose. I invited Dwayne too. Trip went pretty good. We actually stopped. We actually found a place today that has pizza buffet. You don't see that much anymore. Well, there's a pizza inn right there close to Virginia Tech that has pizza buffet. So we stopped there.
Rob, I'm gonna cut. I kind of did my own unofficial scorebook. My wonderful 16-26 record for college this week.
Hey guys,
unofficially.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I got it right here. I got everybody's win total. Let's see. Tim. All right.
I might have got one right.
I didn't count the ones, the 4 up in the air picks.
Okay.
So
I can give you the results of those.
Yeah, I just didn't count them because we all either get it or all of us don't on some of those. College picks for the week: Tim went 13-21. Bob 14-20. Keith 15-19. Rob 16-18. Dwayne 17-17.
Michael Peterson again.
Harris 21-13, and Michael Peterson 25-9. 25
Wow. Peterson is getting to be our channel.
Let's get Robert in here too if he wants to come in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
All right.
Did anybody lay an egg like Georgia yesterday?
Well, what about Penn State?
Yeah,
Penn State.
Northwestern was close with them.
Yeah, it was real close.
And the other bad beat was the hook for the over/under for Ohio State and Rutgers. It's 59.
Yeah.
And goodness, what in the world is happening with Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, 55-24. That they're looking ahead to Texas. They are looking ahead to Texas. They got to be. Yeah. Ohio State and Rutgers 49-10. 59 the hook. How about that? Yeah.
All right, Rob, I'm going to give you the results for the 4 pick'ems.
Yeah.
All right. You want minus 30.5 for South Carolina?
I got that.
Good.
And Harris.
And then Harris got the over/under 47. It went over.
Right. Appalachian State, Keith covered. And then, unfortunately, Mike did not cover. So we would have got a point for that. Yeah, we would have got a point for that. Wagner, Tim, you did well there.
Sure.
Yes, 42.5.
And how about Dwayne, 54? I mean, we had some good point totals there. Then at the end there, Harris blew both of them out the water.
Yeah, Harris 28.5 and 48.5. It was
Florida 52 scored. So yeah. Michael Peterson just watched the overtime game. Yeah, sent Robert Bryant. Let's send Mike Peterson one too. Michael Peterson. He jumped off the couch. He jumped off the couch higher than he is tall. Getting to the damn computer right now. Are you kidding me? He bounced off like damn. Yeah, bounced off like a damn Easter bunny and said, "Hi, I'm ready to go talk."
You know how they have some of those game shows like The Beast or Mastermind or something where, they got the experts on there, and then somebody's like a guest is trying to score more points than the expert. That's the way it's going to be with us with Michael Peterson. He's going to be.
We have to beat him.
Everybody's going to try to get more points than him.
Let's.
I'll give another thing for in the Ohio State Rutgers game, which I did not watch much of, but I caught the highlight of it. Hi, Rutgers, you maybe want to play better punt defense, and I get that the score was a little lopsided, but when you leave that whole side wide open on a guy who's doing the rugby punt, what do you think he's going to do with it? Run it up the sideline for 25 yards.
How much in trouble is Alabama now? The kid has a torn ACL. Has a torn. I think his shoulder's torn. The way I understand that, I think he's got to have surgery on it. So I
Who's
think he's
that?
out. I think he's out.
Young.
Young.
Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
I
probably-
don't think they're in big trouble. They might not win championship, but they're still going to win games. They got that running game and they got a defense. They're going to win
Well, the
games.
fact is, when you're talking about Alabama, they're only thinking one thing. They're not thinking
National
about
titles.
winning the, huh?
National titles.
That's it. National title. Can they win a national title with this backup kid?
Can they?
Nope.
Yes. Will they? No.
Can
They can.
Can they, Tim?
I think they might get
with
in
the schedule
playoff,
they
but I
got
don't
in
think
front,
they'll
with the
win it.
schedule they got in front of them, can they do it with this kid?
Well, I don't know. They got to get past Texas A&M, but then in Texas A&M didn't look all that great.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think they can with their defense, but I don't think they will.
I don't think. I don't think they can. I just don't think they can. I just think
I'll
they're
tell you,
gonna run
Alabama and Georgia, the SEC isn't really. I mean, Kentucky's decent, and Ole Miss is decent, I guess.
Florida
Tennessee.
turn them on like on and off like a light switch. Ole Miss might be the best team out there. Ole Miss might be the best one they got.
Played good against Kentucky.
Go ahead, Dwayne, I'll let you
Huh?
finish it.
They've played good against Kentucky. Ole Miss did.
Yeah, Ole Miss is undefeated, right?
You're correct. Yep.
Yeah, they're undefeated. Who else in the SEC is undefeated other than Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss?
I don't know.
I
But
don't know.
I
Let's look.
think my lock of the week actually came through.
Oh yeah, Michigan. Yeah.
Yes. By the
Yeah, and
hair
I'll
on
tell
their
you what.
chinnies and chins.
It was not because they played great on offense. That's for sure.
That is for sure.
When you give up 10 to Iowa, you got to start wondering about things too, because they've been held below 10 points 3 times, I think,
Probably.
which is crazy. Crazy.
I'll admit I did not watch any of the NFL today. I just
LSU's undefeated and Tennessee's still undefeated.
right.
LSU 10. All right, so there's 5 SEC teams undefeated right now.
Bob, can I give you a spoiler alert for next week's college picks?
Yeah.
There will be no pick. There will be no bidding next week. Every game has a line.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
So Alabama's ranked number 1 again?
Yes,
Yeah.
Alabama
Georgia's-
jumped Georgia this week. Yes, they did. Now,
Georgia
let
got
me
more number 1 votes.
Who did?
Georgia got more number 1 votes.
Yeah,
It's the first
yeah.
time, and I forget how many
Yeah,
years.
but they got some number 4 votes this week. That's the
Correct,
crazy
yep.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, those 5 teams, which one's the weakest in your book? Is it Tennessee?
It's LSU.
You think LSU?
Yeah.
Keith,
What was the question?
the weakest of the 5 SEC teams. Dwayne says it's LSU. I say it's Tennessee. You say it's
Uh,
the 5 undefeated.
I don't really believe much in LSU this year. So.
Yeah, I don't either. I think LSU squeaked out. That they shouldn't. I tell
Yeah,
you
they
what.
squeaked by
If you
Auburn.
watch,
but-
if you watched last night, Auburn outplayed them for first half. Who you think, Tim? Who you think's the worst of the 5?
Probably LSU.
LSU.
I mean,
All right, now let me ask you this: right now, of all the teams in the SEC, which team has the best chance of winning that national championship? Dwayne,
That's Georgia right now.
Tim,
yep.
Georgia,
Yeah,
Keith.
I agree. Probably Georgia.
I'm gonna either say Georgia, or Ole Miss one. I have no faith in Alabama. I think Alabama's gonna lose 2 in the regular season now. I really do. I don't think they're gonna win their division. So
Let me
We'll
ask this
see.
question. So App State lost
Good though.
1 game, right? This year?
App State, did they lose to James Madison?
Okay, if they did, that's understandable why they actually received votes this week, James Madison.
Okay, James
Madison and Coastal
Yeah.
Carolina received votes.
Yeah, James Madison beat App State, I think. How about,
Okay.
did anybody see that catch by the Liberty kid?
No.
No.
Oh, my God.
Let me take a look at this.
It is. Does anybody remember the catch by the kid in the Super Bowl behind his head?
Tyree, yeah.
This exceeds it. This exceeds it.
Let's
It
see
is
here.
he never touches it with 2 hands. 1 hand and gets it. And I mean, the point of the ball goes. I've never seen anything go like that.
Oh, I've seen. I think an Ohio State receiver made that type of play. I'm kind of just looking at it by the thumbnail.
But yeah, take a look at that.
You know, there's 7 SEC teams in the top 25, and LSU was the last of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
I
watching
mean,
this.
he's 8 feet up. It may be 9 feet up when he catches that
Well,
ball.
he one hands it. He doesn't jump for it. He jumps a little bit.
But look at
That's still a tremendous catch to get that one hand.
He got number 1 on the ESPN thing last night. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's
crazy,
no
crazy.
easy feat, but with the guy holding on to him, that's what makes it more difficult.
It does, and you can see he only catches with one hand.
One hand, yeah.
And then they're looking back at him, and he shows him a ball. He doesn't say nothing. He just shows him a ball. I'm like, oh my gosh. And Old Dominion now is a team that held Virginia.
That was not a better catch than Pickens' catch against the Browns.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
No, the Pickens catch was way better.
And then Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech down there. So, yeah, Liberty is going. Let's see what they can do when they get to BYU. They got BYU coming to town soon over here. So,
well, let's see, because BYU is actually ranked 16th in the nation, but they get Notre Dame.
They've lost one though, right? BYU.
Yes.
Yeah. They got Notre Dame. They've got a couple of tough games. Don't they have
BYU has Liberty on the 22nd.
Okay.
And you want me to pull up Liberty's schedule?
Liberty. I know Liberty still got BYU, and who's the other home game they've got? Virginia Tech. Yeah, Virginia Tech's nothing.
Yeah, they get Virginia Tech. They actually have Arkansas in Arkansas.
Yeah, now wouldn't that be something if they go down there and roll them? Wouldn't it be?
That would be impressive.
It would be.
They only lost, like I said, they lost to Wake Forest by a point.
Did anybody see Kenny Pickett play today?
Nope.
Kenny Pickett impressed for a little while today. Now, they weren't in near as bad a shape as New England was. They was down to their third quarterback. The second one got hurt too. Yeah. Hoyer got hurt. So
right.
They were down. Yeah.
Zappy.
So Zappy, yeah, and he got him into the overtime, but they, it's the same way as it should be.
A little bit. I watched Rodgers look terrible.
Yeah, Rodgers got beat around a lot today too. NHL learned something from this. When a team in the NFL loses in the overtime, they get nothing for it. Same thing should happen to the NHL. You lose in overtime, 0 points. That's what I think should happen. 0 points. And if you win,
you still get a win if you tie.
If you win in overtime, you're going to get. I say it. You win in regulation, 3 points. You win in overtime, 2 points. You win in a shootout, 1 point, and that's all to the winner. The loser gets eggs, and that's just the way I see it. Yeah, tough break, bitches. Go.
Rob, I'll give you another one. The over/under for Seattle and Detroit was 48.5, and Seattle almost covered it by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
48-45 was the final there. Wow. For Detroit, they might not be able to stop anybody, but they can at least put up some points. Well, they put up 22 in the fourth quarter to help.
Yeah.
But, Seattle won. Oh, hold on. Detroit scored with a minute to go, so.
Look at all these trees down and stuff. You know what? I'm gonna put me on big here for a second. It ain't cause I got. All right. Look at all these trees down right there on the houses and stuff down in Tampa. That's what the cake lady sent me. Cake lady. Now, she's still been in touch. She still wants to come on live. Are you kidding? She's still talking about it. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, power lines down.
Well, what about the one that had the causeway broke off?
Oh, yeah, to the island. Yeah, and the whole entire – oh, yeah, look at all those trees. There's trees just falling everywhere. To the island out there, the road going to and from the island. What's the name of that island, Darlene? In Florida. Sanibel Island. Yes, Sanibel Island. It's just a mile or so out there, but now you can't get out there. It wasn't even that far, I don't think. The roads got completely torn down and stuff. So, wow. Crazy stuff. Like I said, I went out of town Thursday. Let me tell you what happened. I got an email. I got a text. And have you? This is what I asked. Things got a little rough last night, and this was Thursday now. Thursday, 11:13 in the morning. So this was Wednesday night when it hit down in Tampa. Things got a little rough last night. Lost power, internet, phones. Generator got us through the night, but limited on what we can do. No water. It's still raining, but lightly. We lost some shingles off the roof. The lake is pretty flooded. Trees are down. Went to town. Trees down everywhere. Billboards ripped to shreds. Much debris. We're 98 miles from Lee County, where the devastation is. We were spared big time. Really feeling blessed this morning. I took pics to share, but until I can get internet back, I need to save what little data I have left on sale. God bless you and what you're doing. Talk soon. Heading out to try to salvage what we can from a yard. I sent back to him, thank goodness you guys are all right. Be safe. When you get internet back, I'll have you as my guest. She immediately got back to me. It was so loud. I've never heard anything like it before. Stuff was flying everywhere. Took some of my marble stepping stones and just flipped them over. The wind did it. And thank you. I'll be tickled pink to be your guest. Okay. Today, 4:30. Have you guys gotten back things to relatively back to normal, or is it still a mess? We just received and got our power back on again after losing it a second time. So today they're just getting their power back. What a friggin' ride. Grateful just for running water. Major cleanup is happening. We had so much debris in our yard alone. There was a pile bigger than my Ford Flex to burn out in the front yard. Have a few pictures for you. Look forward to getting to talk real soon. Sorry I haven't been in touch. It's definitely been an eventful week. I just said I'll have you as my guest whenever. It's all good. Not tonight. We finally get to shower. Fully understandable. Just need to get back to normalcy. We had all of our appliances pulled into the middle of the rooms just so we could run them. Lamps, mixers, microwaves, 5 fridges, freezers, fans, oh my God, just everything all over the place. Don't forget this lady makes cakes. So anything she makes, you got to be able to keep it, and we're exhausted. I just don't have it in me. Sleepless nights, uncomfortable in every aspect one can imagine. I promise those soon. I said, I fully understand. Prayer sent to you. I'll update the channel as to how y'all are doing. And she said, thank you very much. And these are the pictures that she sent. Just water and trees, power lines down all over the trees and debris, but could have been so much worse for us. I'm sad for the next county over. So she's thinking about people when, she knows it's rough on herself, and she's thinking about other people. So that's real cool there. Who impressed you in the NFL today? Team of the week. How about the weekend?
It's kind of I'll just look at the scores. Like I said, I didn't really watch.
Right.
Philadelphia coming back from 14 down against Jacksonville. That's kind of
pretty
impressive.
good. Pretty good there, wasn't it?
Yep.
How about those Bills? How about the Bills? I mean, they march. Baltimore is not an easy place to play at. I realize that.
Let's
that's
see
not an easy place to play. And now,
20 to 10, down 20 to 10 at halftime, and held scoreless in the second half. And
the kid for the Cardinals got hit again today. He was fumbling and bumbling for a little bit down here in Carolina. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But the Patriots quarterback now, Mac Jones, we don't know how long he may be out. Mm-hmm. The Commanders are fine. They're fine. Especially in the pouring rain. Yeah.
They're who we thought they were.
Hold on just for a second. I got something happening here. I hope it's not what I'm fearing here. Hello? Yeah, I'm fearing the worst here. It's my mom calling.
Hmm.
He may
You
have
put that
fallen.
on mute if you want.
Yeah, if he's falling, that I'll let you guys. Hello. Hello. Hey, let's see if text mom or call mom, please. Call her. I tried to answer and I couldn't. Hello. Hey, is he down? Mom, you called me. I didn't call you.
I know, but I kept saying hello and I didn't hear you.
Okay, I hear you now. What's wrong?
Ain't nothing wrong. I just wondered if you'd go with me to take that lollipop. Listen, I've been calling her Belle. Take a lollipop to the vet tomorrow. Billy said he'd stay with Bud.
Yeah, I will. What time? You want to go early?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what the world it is, but something bad wrong with her eyes.
All right. We'll leave about 8. Can we leave about 8?
You probably.
All right. 8 or 9. I'll find out what time they're open. I'll call you and let you know.
Okay.
All right. Love you. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
It's her cat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's her cat. Yeah, Lollipop's her cat. And she's got an eye that's kind of draining and stuff. So she wants to send her to the vet. So no man down, guys. No man down.
Yeah.
So, but you wouldn't believe how many times in a week we're getting called now. So there's a lot of times he has to get over into the wheelchair. He just cannot do it good. So, any rain down there, Philip? Michael's asking.
We didn't get any rain here.
That's all we've
Did you
gotten
see the
today.
field goal? Did you see the field goal bounce off the uprights in London? I did not see that. I heard about
Upright
it.
and the crossbar.
And if it went behind, I mean, it didn't score though, did it? Didn't count.
Nah.
No.
It hit the upright and then it hit the crossbar and fell
So
short.
we got to push on that one. So that's one we don't have to worry about losing a point. So in the NFL, we'll have one left. We'll have
What the Minnesota game was a 3.
yeah,
Okay.
28-25. The Raiders beat the Broncos, right?
Yes.
All right. Guess what,
Yeah,
channel?
by 9.
Remember we had 10 games against Brian.
Yep.
We're 6-3 this week. We are tied with them so far.
Wow.
Yes, we got this. Giants. We got the Titans. We got the Chargers. We got the Eagles. We got the Bills. We got the Cardinals. They got the Bengals, Jets, and Raiders. We're tied.
And we got the Giants because of Michael Peterson, because he was the deciding vote.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We got to go back and look at the video and see.
Michael
how
Peterson will now be our deciding vote.
So we got the Rams. We got the Rams tomorrow night. If we end up winning that game over the 49ers, we're going to jump into first place now. So right now it's no points each, 0, because they had 3. We was 4-1 last week. So now they've got 7, and we got 7 because we got 6 this week with our 1. They've got 3 this week with their 4. Unbelievable. If you'd have asked me that before the end of the day, but 16 games. How many times the rest of the season are we going to have 10 games? It's not going to happen many times.
You'll be lucky to have like 4 or 5. But
Robert has still not got the link yet. Let's send him. All right, let's send Robert and Mike. Which is crazy. I mean, that's nuts. 10 games. Yeah, that just shows you how they've really, really equalized a lot of the teams in the NFL. You've got so many teams from 10 to 20, from 8 to 25, pretty much. They're all the same. It's just the way it is. You just don't ever know what's going on. Let's send Mike.
I blame most of that on free agency and the salary cap. You can't build a good team.
Yeah, you can't keep one no more.
Nah.
You can't do like the Steelers did.
Right. Redskins. Right.
No.
Exactly.
49ers, look at what the 49ers did. Cowboys, look what the Cowboys did in the early 90s.
Right.
Early mid-90s. They ran through parity.
Paying for a couple years and you got to get rid of them.
Yep. Well, and then people want more money after you win.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh, and I'm wearing this shirt, a hat. I shouldn't be wearing this. I should be wearing a Miami Marlins hat. I watched the Marlins play today against the Brewers. They're playing for no reason. Their coach is a lamed up coach. He's got 3 more games and he's hitting the road. A lot of these players probably, even in free agency, have no chance of getting signed, no big place, except some of their pitchers. And all they do, they lay the smack down to the Brewers 2 in a row. The Phillies win 2 in a row, and now their magic number's 1. All they need is the Brewers to lose 1 or they win 1, and they're in the playoffs. So, but they got to go to Houston now. So we're going to find out what they can do in Houston for 3 games.
also Tony La Russa will not be back in 2023.
No, exactly. He's not coming back either. Right. La Russa is done.
I think that was kind of a poorly kept secret, but that's okay.
Well, yeah. It was, it is deserved, in my opinion. Does anybody think he should come back?
No.
Dwayne?
No.
Keith?
What's that?
Should La Russa be coming back? Should they have kept La Russa?
No.
No.
I was
Kansas
really
City-
surprised they ever hired him to begin with, because
Yeah.
I mean, when he retired from St. Louis after that World Series, that just seemed like the right time for him.
Yeah.
I think he should have just stayed in retirement.
You're right. I agree. I agree
He
wholeheartedly.
didn't have anything more to prove anyway. I mean, he had a
And
lot
now
of
the
success.
Mets up 3-1.
3-1.
In Atlanta in the third.
Yeah,
Atlanta
Atlanta's
now
up
is
1 game.
Atlanta's a 1-game lead on these guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know who has the tiebreaker. Let's say the Mets win.
Okay, the Mets win tonight. They will get the tiebreaker 10-9. The Braves had to sweep to get the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Wisconsin fired their coach.
And so
Okay.
did Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado, Wisconsin, Georgia Tech last week.
And they came back and won.
And Auburn, I understand they may be in the middle of trying to get rid of their coach. Now, this situation with Deion Sanders. I understand. Boy, oh boy, did I catch? I called a flaming hell when I just brought his name up the other day. Rob, do you understand what he means to black people? Okay, look.
Oh,
You do what you want, and I do understand he's turning around Jackson State, and it's what
HSB, historically black HBCU.
HBCU
Yeah.
school. I understand. I fully understand that. But how can you hate on? I'm hearing myself in the distance here. My wife's got me on. How can you hate on Deion Sanders if Auburn offers him $6 million a year? And look at him like he's the one representing one race by himself. I don't understand that. If they offer him $6 million and come out for 5 years, $30 million, they're saying there's no way he won't. There's not enough. Everybody's telling me there's not enough money on the earth to have Deion Sanders leave Jackson State, and I'm telling you right now.
So what about like Tyrone Willingham or
There's enough money. Trust me, there's money to go around. Arizona State has already mentioned his name. Can you imagine if he could get the kids out of Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina, and pull some of the kids out of LA, and then pull some from Vegas and pull some from
Well, you can
Arizona.
probably get some from I don't know how good a high school market the San Francisco, Oakland area is, but
right. But you know,
got
there's got to be great
connections.
athlete. You know, there's got to be great athletes down in that area.
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yep.
Can you imagine if he goes to Arizona State? He could probably turn that program around in 2 years. Probably have them win 8-9 games every year. Now to have them win 11 games, I think 11 games it takes you about 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years. I really do. how many years did it take Saban before he started winning double digits in Alabama? What's up, Mike?
Oh, Mike's got the echo again.
Hello, I've been listening to you. Yes,
Nice,
congratulations.
nice ceiling.
Oh, my microphone.
Oh, your microphone's working. We just
It's
keep
the echo.
Yeah,
And by the way, Michael, you are now responsible for breaking all ties in the NFL.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Thanks, Tim.
Yep. Okay, you want the Alabama record over the last couple of years?
Yeah,
Okay.
give us his first like 3 years.
Oh,
All right, Mike, you got us. You got us on.
Sorry. I went from my iPod to my computer. Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Tim's gonna tell us
Okay.
how many games Saban won his first year in Alabama.
Okay, so Nick Saban won 2 games.
His first year at Alabama.
Yes.
Second year at Alabama,
12.
12. He went from 2 to 12. Third year.
14. He went undefeated.
All right, so he won the national title his third year.
Let me see.
Was that in Miami?
2000. Hold on.
That would have been a
Let's see.
national title year.
Yeah, they won 37-21
Yeah.
against Texas. I
Texas.
completely
That
don't
was a
remember
20
that game.
2010, I believe. That was against Young. Was that
Oh.
against? No, that
No,
was against
no. That was the other quarterback that got drafted ahead of before
Colt McCoy.
McCoy. That
Colt
was.
McCoy. Oh, yeah.
Colt McCoy. Yeah, that's right. Young beat him.
He got hurt in that game, didn't he?
Well, Young beat USC.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
in
Didn't McCoy
2005.
get hurt in that game against Alabama?
Yeah, I think Colt McCoy might have gotten hurt in that game.
Missed the
Yeah.
second half or something.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colt McCoy.
What game should I call it?
Yeah, it's let's see. Cardinals beat the Panthers today.
Mhm.
To me, that was not a real big surprise. I wondered who was going to try to stop Kyler Murray. I understand you got McCaffrey on the other side, but McCaffrey ain't going to stop Murray, that's for sure. And then the Broncos Raiders were just a hard fought battle, and Carr finally wins the game. Are they 1-3 now?
Who,
Yeah.
the Raiders?
Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that
they
was
were
their
the
first win. That was their first win, so they needed.
Yeah, they were the last winless team.
So
Yeah.
Tampa Bay just kicked a field goal. It's 7-3
7-3.
KC.
7-3.
And the Braves just scored. It's 3-2 Mets in the bottom of the third.
3-2. All right.
Yeah, Dwayne,
Travis,
you need the Braves to win this to get the title.
Yeah, I can't stand the Mets anyway.
Me
Oh, don't worry,
neither.
they're still
so
searching for the Chipper Jones years.
see,
Yeah.
all it is, the loser of this series or loser in the next few days has got to play San Diego, and then it's looking a lot like Philadelphia. If they make playoffs, obviously they go into St. Louis for 3. So we'll see what happens there.
I just don't want the Mets being the division winners.
Me neither.
That'd be great. They go the whole year dominating that division and then choke at the end. It'd just be awesome.
It'd be the New York Mets way.
Yeah.
It is now 4-3 Atlanta.
4-3 Atlanta.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Travis Denard
Alright.
singles, and Acuna just scored, and Riley just scored. 4-3 Braves in the bottom of the third. That's all right. I can't stand Jason DeGrom. Can't stand him. He's overrated.
Yeah.
Jake DeGrom.
He's overrated.
They play the
Always let
Nats.
him
We
get
play the
hurt.
Marlins. So
Who is more overrated, Jake DeGrom or the kid from Washington that pitches 3
Oh,
innings?
Strasburg?
Yeah, Strasburg.
I don't know.
That dude, who's been babied more than that son of a bitch in his life? I mean, my
Yeah.
Lord.
he's won a World Series though.
Yeah,
And
but
an MVP.
it's
It
because of
doesn't
him.
matter. He's
Yeah,
been-
he was healthy that year.
But he pitched. But the whole season when he pitched, I don't think he's ever pitched 200 innings.
No, they
No.
won't let him.
No,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Show.
That's the way things are. You won't see people pitching 200 innings these days.
No. It's different.
Did you watch
now,
that Netflix documentary with Nolan Ryan? I think it's on Netflix. It's good.
No, I don't get it. I don't get
Facing
it.
Ryan, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that, Tim. Yeah, it's a good
It might have
documentary.
been on who?
Okay.
It was on some. Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on, let me see if I can find what that is.
Dwayne, what's your thoughts of Johnson retiring?
It is on Apple TV.
I wasn't Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes. What's your thought about it?
Haven't heard about it, Mike.
Yeah, he's supposed to retire at the end of this season.
Oh, you're talking about from IndyCar.
Yeah.
He's still going to race some. Yeah, I look for him to race some NASCAR now that he's only going to race about 10 or 20 races. I know he's going to do probably Le Mans and 24 hours at Daytona, stuff like that. So I look for him. Rumor has it he's going to try to do the double, do Indy and Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll still see him.
Last night, I was watching the fights. They were promoting the Singapore F1 last night.
That was a decent race today.
It was good.
Was it in the rain to start?
It wasn't raining, but the track was wet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did Hamilton win it?
Hell no. He hasn't won a race this year. I love it. Yeah.
I thought he won one.
No, he hasn't won a single race this year.
Really? Did
Nah.
Verstappen win this one?
No. Perez did, I guess, because they was supposed to investigate him for safety car violation, and they might dock him X amount of seconds, which I hate about Formula One. To me, you do the penalty before the race is over, or you leave it the hell alone. So he had a 7-second lead. So, but yeah, his teammate won, Perez. He dominated the race.
Oh, okay.
It amazes me, though, how people are watching this Formula One. The ratings, I don't
Well,
get.
the best thing that ever happened to Formula One was that DRS, because it used to be whoever won the pole won the race, start to finish. That DRS has helped out. It gives you ability to pass.
Okay, but
What it does is it opens up the wing.
Yeah,
if you're a second behind the driver, the back wing opens up and gives you more speed going down the straightaway.
Now, I'm not crazy about a 3-second pit stop. That sucks.
2.5.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I wish would happen.
3 seconds is long.
I wish they would give each team.
They don't fuel the cars, guys. That's why it's so
right.
quick.
They don't have to put fuel in. They got enough fuel to make a whole race. How you feeling? I know it's hard being a Washington fan. Yeah, well, they suck. This is what I wish would happen at all of the Formula One tracks. I wish they had a pit road that was only just a couple 100 feet long for each car, and just had them. And as you qualify, you get to pick a pit road spot anywhere on the track, wherever it's around. If they got, was it 10 teams of 2, right?
Correct. 20 cars.
Have 10 different pit roads. I don't care if it's 100 feet each. No speed limit at all. So that way, when you come on, you can do.
I wish everybody had that no speed limit.
That way.
Sure, that was awesome back in the day.
Guess what? Then, if you wreck, the only people you can hurt is your own team when you coming into your own thing and then go back out.
I used to love the guy out there with that pit board. Please stop. Please stop. It was freaking
please
awesome.
stop. And trust me, he's got his fingers crossed the whole time.
Oh, man, he's definitely the bravest guy in the freaking world. 100-some mile an hour coming down pit road, slamming on the brakes.
That's nuts.
But hardly anybody ever got hurt, Rob. Hardly ever.
Yeah.
Was there any accidents or anything? Anything major happen?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody ever got hurt bad, Mike. You know what I'm saying? They have the problem still today with people running. The whole thing with pit road is the pit
too many of them.
isn't
too
big
many
enough.
Cars in there. Yeah.
They wasn't designed for 40-some cars in there all at one time. Because back in the day, you hardly ever pitted.
Right.
Tires lasted forever.
What would be better now is if you could not change tires during caution. Now, if you get a flat tire and you have to go into the pits, you can change that side. So if it's a right side tire, you can change both of them. But you go to the back of the field. That's what I think should happen. I don't know. I think Can you imagine if everybody had to make a green flag pit stop for tires every time?
Well, first they need to get rid of in NASCAR. They need
There's
to get rid of the
stages.
segments so you don't know when the
Stages.
fucking yellow's coming out. And
Right.
you got to plan your
Or-
strategy instead of knowing in 5 more laps we're going to have a caution. So
Yeah, that's
Right.
kind of weird.
I hate it.
Or you can have stages. Just don't throw a caution to it. Just
Correct. You can
let
still. They got the electronics to still keep track of who
award the points.
crossed the line. Yeah.
Award the points. They know
Keep on racing.
After they score the points. They know 5 seconds in the pits how many points that guy won.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
What-
leave it that way. If you go have a 500-mile race at the 125 mark, 125 miles in a race, whatever closest lap to it, let that be one segment. At the 250, right at halfway, let that be another segment. And then if it's a 400-mile race, do it at the 100 and 200, and then the 400-mile segment.
They've always Neil Bonnet summed it up, and I loved it. He was doing a race one time, and it was 10 or so laps to go, and he says, Jacques Debris, that French driver, is going to have an accident. And they're like, there ain't no French driver in the race, Neil. He's like, I'm telling you, Jacques Debris is going to have an accident. And about 2 more laps, they said there's debris on the racetrack, and they got the cameras looking all around, can't find it. He says, I told you Jacques Debris was going to have an accident. And that's how NASCAR is with those segments. They want to bunch everybody up, so you have
Make
all
a bunch
this
of wrecks.
passing.
Have a lot of wrecks and torn up shit.
Yep.
It's crazy. And the thing of it is, now a kid 20 years old that likes NASCAR and wants to watch NASCAR, they don't even know how you can win on gas mileage like Darryl Watson used to do it. That used to be fun to watch. If you would slow down and have guys almost lap your ass.
David Pearson. Same
And
thing. Come from nowhere. And they like, where did David come from?
The rabbit not always win. Sometimes the tortoise come up and beat them. And that makes racing, man. You don't have to be the fastest car if you got the best setup as far as how you go try to finish the race first. You know? Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, wow.
Like say now, everybody knows when things are going to happen.
Don't have it where every time you go get 4 tires, make it say like, okay, well look, let's short pit, let's get right side tires, and we can get just enough gas to make it to the next segment or whatever we got to do.
Yeah, today was one of the few times somebody screwed up. That boy,
Bowman.
Tyler Reddick's crew didn't put enough fucking gas in the car. That was amazing. Normally that don't happen.
Bowman wrecked.
He didn't race.
Oh,
he wrecked.
didn't.
I was at Texas that he wrecked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, who won the race today?
Chase did. He beat my boy. I wanted Ryan Blaney. He beat Ryan Blaney.
Did
That would have been Ryan's first win this year.
So who's leading the points now?
Well, technically Chase, but I mean it gets reset after next week.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean
I see next week. I see F1 next week.
4 more will be out next week. Yeah,
Japan.
they're at Charlotte in that stupid oval.
Japan next week. F1.
Yeah, Japan and then US.
Yeah, Japan, US. US is not the last race, though, is it?
No, they got 22 races, the most they've had in years.
Yeah.
22 races.
They ended up a week before.
To me, that's what NASCAR needs to do. Less is more.
Let's get better too.
Yes.
They're ending up a week before Thanksgiving, I think, is F1.
Yeah, I think they're done. It's about the same time NASCAR is, but they with all the travel and going from different countries, they only race 22 races.
Yeah. Now, are they
38.
racing next week in Japan?
Yeah, on the 9th it said.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense because Malaysia
Yeah, they're already in Singapore.
What was it? Singapore today? Or
Mhm.
Malaysia?
Yeah.
Singapore.
And then they come back to the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they'll get a week off, I bet, from Japan.
Yeah, it's not the end of the month.
Yep.
It makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world.
I think they go to Mexico after that, don't they?
They got to ship. They got to ship these
They go
cars
US
over
and
here, 'cause
Mexico.
A lot of their shops over in Europe.
Mhm.
So they got to ship them cars over here, either
Correct.
on airplanes.
Mhm.
A lot of them do them on ships. Dude.
Most of them's over in England.
Yeah.
Most of the shops. You got
Haas
a few
is
in
over.
Germany and a few in Haas is over in England.
Haas
But
is
he's
not-
got some.
Yeah,
He's got
right.
something down in Charlotte, but where they put the cars together is over in England.
Oh, okay.
When you go to his
That's
place
good.
in Charlotte, they won't let you into Formula One.
They
Not,
won't.
it's all gated up and got guards. Yeah, it's top secret horse shit. Yeah, it's crazy. We was down there a couple years ago. Like I said, you can go into. That was back when they even had some people from India and all there, but you can't go in the Formula One shop.
Yeah. There's a guy watching on YouTube. His name's Landon Huffman. He races at Hickory Motor Speedway down in North Carolina.
Yeah, a lot of good drivers came out of there.
And they
DW,
call
Harry
him the
Gant, and all.
They call him a Claremont kid. Claremont is about this far on a map away from Hickory. I mean, it's right
that
beside
right?
of it. It's right there. They call him the Claremont kid. He won the championship this year at Hickory Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. got in with him with his Hard Rock, a Hard Mountain vodka or something like that.
Yeah, he has some kind of beverage he makes. Yeah.
And he's going to sponsor him next year for ARCA. So he's going to ARCA next year. So
That's where Ned Jarrett and all of them got their start too. Ned Jarrett there for a long while owned that track. I don't know if he still does or not.
what down at Hickory?
Hickory, yeah. Like I said, I don't know if Ned and the family still owns it or not.
City moving the ball around?
Yep.
Do what, Mike?
Kansas
Yeah, they're
City
down to the.
running right through Tampa's butt.
Yeah.
Well,
They're on like the 3-yard line right now.
No.
I hate to say it now. I think the best points system in the country is Indy. Now that NASCAR screwed everything up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about Formula One
That sounds-
scoring because
The only
You
thing I like about Formula One, and I think that's what NASCAR, the only thing they needed to fix all them years ago is that the points leader gets 8, 9, 10 extra points compared to everybody else.
right.
And everything else is just like 1 or 2 points.
Yeah, but I don't like it. Everybody that runs should score. I think. I don't.
Correct. That's what I don't like either. Because once you're out of the top 10, you can finish 12th.
Okay.
It's the same as finishing last.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the YRL system, although I don't do very well.
Have you got anything planned up yet? Started season?
Yeah, I figure November I'll get with P-Jet in the middle of October, send him everything, and by then hopefully he can print everything, and we should be ready to roll.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And I'm off in November, so it'll work.
All right. Sounds really good.
Yep.
See who all picked the Rams to beat the 49ers because we end up getting them tomorrow night. That's going to be our tiebreaker. I like the Rams. Mike liked the Rams. Harris liked the Rams. Dwayne liked the Rams. And Keith liked the Rams. Tim says he likes the Niners. He gives up at points, and Bob gave up some points. We'll see what happens there.
The only major injury I've heard today is Mac Jones. Jones is out, and then now his backup. Hoyer got shoulder,
Hoyer.
right?
And then Tua this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a whole
By
big,
the way,
they made
that
a whole
doctor-
big thing about it on talk radio.
Yes, they did.
And
The
then,
Dolphins might get in trouble over that though, because they
yeah.
Oh
the
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then-
there's going to be some happening.
Then Bryce Young, if he ends up having to have surgery, Alabama's season is really they can't run the ball 80% of the time and think they're going to beat some of these tough SEC teams. They just
Yeah, but
can't
he's going to
do it.
get better with time.
You know, Kenny Pickett
But
actually
if he has
looked pretty
surgery,
great
he's
in
out
there
for the
today.
year.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the backup will get better each week.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But I just
Yeah.
don't have enough confidence that he can carry the team this year.
I got confidence in Nick.
Yeah.
I think he
I
I
can
watched
coach
Pickett
anybody.
today, Keith.
Huh?
I watched Pickett come in today play.
He
Yeah.
looked great
Oh, did
out
you?
there. I mean, he had a couple balls that got tipped by his
Yeah.
own receivers.
Oh yeah, there
I
was
think.
two of the interceptions weren't his fault. No, he played good. I just couldn't believe what's his name, the Jets quarterback. Oh my God.
Wilson.
Oh, Wilson played
Mr.
well. didn't he?
Wilson. He played well.
He played well.
Yeah.
It was like,
And how,
I didn't
was
see
shocked.
any of it.
did anybody
Yeah.
see Justin Fields play today?
oh,
No, I didn't see hardly anything. I
I
stopped
was
watching
watching Red Zone
the
all
Ravens
day.
as soon as the race came on.
What do you say, Tim?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought somebody said they had a question or
He
something.
played like an Ohio State quarterback, and
I already vote. I have a vote for manager of the year, and it's not who you think.
Who is it?
Baltimore's manager.
I put him in my top
Yeah.
3 or top 4.
I
Don't get
put him
votes.
as number 1.
Yeah, you should get votes. I
For
agree
what
with
he
you.
has done with that team, oh boy.
Who is their manager?
Hyde.
Kevin Clyde.
Hyde.
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 Kevin
Yeah, Hyde. No, it's Brandon Hyde,
Echoing-
isn't it?
Echoing
Yeah.
Clyde. Echoing Clyde.
Brandon Hyde. He should be manager of the year. He is the third. He is the third manager to take a team that had lost over 100 games the year before and brought them to 500.
Craig
Who's
Counsell.
the other two?
Craig Counsell. Is he go get fired if they don't make a
Is
playoff?
Bobby Cox one of them?
I don't know. I just read the statistic. I heard it last night.
I know the
going
Braves
for
went
some.
from last to first, but I don't know if Bobby was there the year they wasn't last. He might have already been there.
Yeah.
Well, the Orioles could be plus 30 in the win total from the year previous. They won
Unbelievable.
81, right? Or they're 81 or 82 wins.
81 is.
They're
is
at 81 right now.
They get another win, they'll be at least plus 30 for win total for this year.
Unbelievable. I'm playing their 2002-20. I'm playing their 2021 season. Their
On what?
pitching was horrible. Their pitching was horrible. They could hit the ball, but their pitching was horrible.
What
Especially
game engine you using?
Status Pro.
Okay.
My buddy had
Yeah,
that.
that's the one you're going to have to pay me a lot of money, and especially since I'm kind of been on, I wouldn't even say neutral. I've been in reverse with my strat gaming.
Yeah, I
It's
haven't
a lot
seen
of money
much.
to play the 2018 Orioles.
Oh God, yes.
How many wins did they have?
47.
47. I heard
So
that
40
one the other day.
47 and 115.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nasty.
That is
boys
the year I
and
think
girls.
they traded
There's the
Machado to
Spiders.
the Dodgers.
Dodgers now. They're playing. They got 111 now, or 110. Did they win today?
I don't know.
I don't know. Hold on.
Yep. Sean, the manager of the year will come down to Service, Hyde, Francona.
I don't think Francona's.
Took 16 rookies to a
He
division
had
title.
16. You're right. He had 16
110
rookies.
for the Dodgers.
Yeah,
He had 16
100,
rookies.
110.
Pete Jet, let me find out how many pitchers that the Orioles used in 2018.
Yeah, that's one reason I wouldn't want to do a season like that. Jeez, you Pete.
The Cubs have won 7 in a row, 9 of their last 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look where they are.
They're 13 below 500.
There you go. There
They
you
were
go.
like 23 below 500.
Still looking for the 70th win, right?
20, well, in total, 28 pitchers for the Orioles that season.
Mm.
Really?
28 starting pitchers.
Oh, starting
Correct.
pitchers? Oh, hold on. Let me
Oh, that's what I thought he meant.
110.
Oh, just 28
110 or
total.
48.
28.
No. Sorry. 30 total pitchers used.
Really? I would have thought
Starting
it'd been more.
pitchers. 30 starting
pitchers?
pitchers?
Let me see here.
He's saying 30.
5,
relievers
6,
and everything.
7, 8,
30.
9,
That ain't
10, 11, 12, 13 starters. 13 different pitchers started a game.
17 in the bullpen ain't that many. Really?
No,
if you
it's
think
not.
about it.
Right.
It's not.
Because I figured it'd be about 15 to 20 starters.
And I would have figured it would have been 30 relievers.
Yeah.
No.
25 anyway, because you
Give 'em
start
credit,
the
they
year-
just stuck
you
with the
start year
bums.
With 12. They
Yeah.
kept the bums. And
Mums, yeah, they just said the hell with it.
And the
Yeah.
funny thing is, one of the players they did have on the 18 Orioles was Richard Blair, the guy who got 3 balks in 1 inning.
Great block. Still talking about it. First one was a block. Second one could have been. And then the third one, he just, no.
Yeah.
No.
It just, I didn't see the Jags play the Eagles today.
Oh,
They
I
lost-
that.
They
In the
lost
pool.
29 to 21.
In the pouring rain.
How many yards did Shaggy get today? Did he get through for 300?
Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Shaggy, I like that.
Well, actually, we call him Sunshine.
Froggy,
Like
Froggy,
Ronnie Sunshine Bass.
Sunshine. There you go. That's right.
Froggy.
Reggie.
Yeah, they gotta
Not
get
besmirch
Scooby
the
as a
talents of
mascot
Casey
out there.
Kasem.
Do what?
So do not besmirch the voice talents of Casey Kasem.
Oh no, you
That's his
can't.
voice,
You're right.
Shaggy.
Oh boy.
You're right. Reggie.
Eagles go to the Cardinals next week. Will they
Sunshine
lose?
threw for 174 yards.
Sunshine. That's it. From-
Yeah,
remember
PJ
the
just
Titans.
asked a good
Very
question.
good.
Who had the most innings pitched on that 2018 team, Tim?
Okay. All right, let me get back to that real quick.
Probably
Yeah,
Dylan Bundy. Dylan Bundy.
Dylan Bundy, the guy who's on the Angels?
Dylan
Right.
Bundy, the brother of Ted that killed
Right, their
Ellis.
middle relief.
That is the correct answer, Rob.
Is it?
Yeah,
Dylan
171 and
Bundy,
two-thirds
yeah,
innings
I
that
was
year.
telling- How about that shit? Ding,
No,
give Rob a point for that. He needs it for something.
Ding.
Yeah.
And Andrew Kashner was second, and then Alex Cobb was third.
How about this stat today?
PJ guesses 118 innings.
No, way higher than that.
Oh no, Dylan Bundy. When he threw a lot. I'm gonna say 195,
Oh no, not that much.
175.
You're closer.
Okay.
160?
171 and two-thirds.
How about these numbers today for a losing effort? 27 of 37, 356, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick.
And who would that be? And who would that be?
Matty Ice.
Hmm.
How about
Oh yeah,
that?
Matty Ice. Yes.
And then the winning guy, 17 of 21,
Tannehill. Yeah.
137 and 2 touchdowns. But he's got Derrick Henry with 22
Right, Derrick.
carries and 114 yards.
Yeah.
That's what they got.
See all
Plus,
these running backs running all day. Henry, Saquon Barkley has 120.
Sean 1113. Who do you think is the NL Manager of the Year?
NL National League Manager of the Year.
Yeah.
I at least
let's
give
see.
Robbie Thompson some votes.
Well, Robbie Thompson's got to get some votes after taking a team that was 9 or 10 under 500.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was taking the shambles of a team. People were. I'm serious. People were ready to say, let's blow this team up and start somewhere
Is that
again.
who the Phillies have?
Yeah, yeah.
If it was,
I,
if it wasn't for a poor April, Torey Lovullo would get some votes from the Arizona Diamondbacks.
yeah,
They
yeah.
got over 81 losses, though. That's
Yeah, no, I'm saying it because they had a
They have
terrible
the winning
April.
record probably to get.
Robbie Thompson. And I'll tell you what. How about that Cardinals manager?
Yeah, I was just thinking.
He was fight. He fought through the Brewers and just beat their asses down at the end. By the end, it's hard to give it to the Braves just because they won the World Series last year, and they lost some stuff, but they picked up a lot too. The Mets,
But
Mets picked up so much money, and
he's going to get some votes. I think.
who is that?
Oh yeah, he'll get votes.
Buck. He'll get votes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
show
if you
off
think
will.
about it, you think
But-
about some of these.
Melvin will
to-
get some votes,
to me-
too.
To me, if you win 110 games.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn who. I don't care if you got an all-star team out there, which that's pretty much what he's got.
Yeah.
But right now, he doesn't have the best pitching in the National League. Not even close. Not even
I don't-
close.
Sean
And
says
110.
Bob Melvin. I don't think Bob Melvin's going to get any votes.
Not with a team that's going to win 110 games. No.
No.
No, especially when they fell
San
apart
Diego underperformed
in the second half.
To me, San Diego underperformed. If you want to give some, how about
Can't give it. You think about it. You got the Reds, who were terrible. You got the Pirates, who were
who
just
were
as bad.
terrible? Yeah,
The Cubs,
bad.
no comment.
The Rockies, they weren't good,
No.
The Nationals, worst record in baseball.
right? The Diamondbacks, like you say, they played well for a stretch.
They
The
played-
Giants,
they didn't
the reason
play-
you can't give it to the Giants manager, look how they overperformed last year.
Mhm.
I mean, that team won 95 games, 96 games last year, and they got rid of nothing. They got rid of
They won
nothing.
like 105 games last year.
Did they win
The
over 100?
Giants. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
they win over?
They won
All right.
100 games. Yeah.
And this year, are they are 500, right at
Just
500.
about. They're right around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tatis messed up. And then Juan Soto, he's not done what San Diego wanted him to do.
No. Also,
Ever since he hit the tree shot, ever since he hit that line, I don't know if anybody saw it or not, but it was on. It's had to be about 3 weeks ago. He's up and nobody's on base, and he hits this ball, and I'm serious. As soon as he hit it, he takes the bat, looks over to the dugout, and flips it backwards, and flips 3 times.
And then
he's steadily walking toward first. The ball hits the top of the wall, bounces back right to the center field. He throws to first base, and I'm telling you, he nearly got him out at first. And
I remember that.
I saw that. Yes.
The folks at San Diego was booing his ass.
Yep.
All I can say is this: if I were the San Diego manager, he'd have come out of the game right then.
Yep.
I don't give
Billy
a damn
Martin would have took him out.
who would have?
Billy Martin.
Like he
Reggie
did with
Jackson out. Yeah.
Kotze didn't take him. Kotze. Oh no, Kotze is Oakland. I'm sorry.
No, Melvin.
Oh, Melvin. He didn't take him out.
No.
Wow.
He stood on first base, and the first base coach grabbed him by the helmet and turned him around like that, and then patted him on the back. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, is that a chewing nut? I almost was going to bring that on here and show it to everybody and say, what a chewing nut that son of a gun.
I would have
grabs him by the
almost
helmet.
expected
He
a
grabs him by
Bryce
the helmet,
Harper,
looks at
Jonathan
him.
Papelbon thing in the dugout afterwards.
Yeah, you
I
can't
agree.
do shit you can't pull bullshit like that. But
No.
the fact is, ESPN won't show that.
Nope.
ESPN
ESPN
is
barely shows baseball highlights anymore.
yeah,
No, because he had the MLB Network.
right. And I'll tell you another reason too. They would rather show one where it clears the guy's glove by 2 feet, and then he flips over the wall trying, rather than actually a good defensive play.
I'll tell you
They like
this.
the
I
home
do
run.
miss baseball tonight from ESPN with Carl Ravitch and
So do
Peter
I.
Gammons and Tim Kirchin and all them. Yeah, that was such a great show. It was long enough for each highlight that you got some stats in, and it was them doing the commentary over it, and not just them, the MLB Network being lazy and just having the radio or TV announcers doing all the highlights.
Right.
I think MLB Network's gotten lazy especially this year.
Yeah, and I tell you,
Speaking of-
they don't do great coverage as far as before the game. They should be out there 10 minutes before the game. Let's say today, for instance, if I would have been the MLB, I would have been like, okay, obviously we can't have the Mets and the Braves. ESPN bought that game for the night game, but today they could have had the Phillies and Washington and saw that it was raining and said, okay, now let's switch over to Milwaukee. Well, damn, that went 12 innings. Innings. What you do after the 11th inning and be like, okay, Harold Reynolds in the studio, I want you to interview both coaches between innings. And just one question each. Just say, look, I realize you guys are having a hard time scoring runs. Are you looking for the big inning, being if you're the Marlins because you're the road team? And then, obviously wouldn't have had to ask that of Milwaukee. They bunted trying to score runs, and it didn't work for them. They struck out. So answering my own question, Mike Wright Jr. was 4-2 in 84 innings pitched.
So who is this for the PJet again?
Mike
Mike
Wright.
Wright. I know
Mike
who he
Wright
is.
Jr.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Tatis now he's out for the year too, right?
He's been out for the year.
Oh,
Yeah,
game
yeah.
picture on the 2018 Orioles have a winning record. The 62 Mets had Ken McKenzie at 5-4, and then Mike Wright Jr. for the Orioles in 2018.
There was a
had
guy
Orioles
that was
record.
3-0 too, a relief pitcher, and another guy that was
For who?
Okay.
For who?
The one that
For
started
the
on
2018 Orioles?
Yeah.
3-0. Who was 3-0?
Richard Blyer.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Yeah,
Richard
the
Pryor.
Buckeye.
Yeah, Rocky's favorite son. Yeah.
Yep. And then Tanner Scott went 3-3.
1.93 ERA.
Tanner Scott, is that the same one plays for Miami now?
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Yep.
he's the one that closed out the game today, or lefty. Closed out the game against Milwaukee today. Thank you, Baltimore. Yeah,
Well, 2018 Baltimore Orioles are coming back and
they're haunting Milwaukee, aren't they? Really, Milwaukee now, one game they got to sweep. They got to sweep. They got to do a sweep of the Diamondbacks, and Phillies have to lose all three. They're not gonna. If they finish in a tie, it's not a tie. It's tie breaks now, so they
I
don't have to
hate
play an
that
extra
crap.
game. You don't like it?
John Weiss was 0-2 in Little League pitching career. I never started a game. I did try to come in relief a couple times, but that was before I turned 12. So I only pitched at like 9, 10 years old, maybe. What was the largest?
Oh,
I wouldn't pitch.
I wouldn't either.
What's your record? Okay, if you know the question, just raise your hand. I got the question right here, but do not give it out loud. What's the record for biggest margin in number of home runs between the top two home run leaders on a team?
Oh, I have a guess.
I have a thought.
All
I have
right,
a thought.
all right. We will all guess.
98 Cardinals with McGuire.
I'm going to actually say with the Giants when Bonds hit his what he hit 73,
73.
and second place would have been
Ken.
Probably Jeff Kent,
who played first base for him then.
JT Snow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say JT Snow was second place. So I'm gonna say
I would say
Bonds
probably
to
Jeff
Snow, and I'm gonna say 52 difference. That's what I'm gonna say. And what do you say, Tim?
I'm gonna say whoever was second place to Roger Maris in '61.
No way.
Oh,
That was
Mantle.
Mick with 54.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was only 7 behind, won't he?
I'll guess
Yeah, and he
it's
got hurt the last week of the
1998,
season with
either
that flu.
McGuire or Sosa, but I'll go with McGuire.
McGuire, and then who you think?
I don't know who would be second. I don't remember who else was on the team.
Let's see,
I
behind
think Rob's right, but I think it was Kent.
I think it was Kent.
Yeah.
Behind McGuire, who would have
Oh,
been?
Pete says you're wrong.
McGuire could have been Matt Carpenter.
Who was that guy that used to pitch and play the outfield? And
Rick
when he
Ankiel.
pitched-
Rick and Keel.
Yeah, Rick Ankiel and McGuire. Could it be them two?
Hold on. You want the '98
Who you
Cardinals?
say, Mike? Who you say it is, Mike?
What? I think it's Bonds and Kent.
Bonds and Kent.
No, PJ started saying no.
He said nope to Rob.
Yeah, no for '98 McGuire or 01 Bonds. No to 01 Bonds.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, whoa. Sosa hit 66. Sosa, and then
It's got to be Ruth. It's probably Ruth with 61, and I bet you the next guy probably didn't even have 10.
Oh no, that was.
I keep forgetting about that.
Didn't Palmeiro play with Sosa?
Yeah, I bet it was Ruth.
Maybe Ruth in 1920 or 1924.
the year
go.
he hit 60.
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
guys
when he
want
hit
to take a
60,
He hit
guess?
Palmeiro-
59 the year before that,
47.
didn't he? He hit 59 one year, too.
So do y'all want to take a guess on who was second place in the '98 Cardinals for home runs?
Is it
Matt
Ed?
Carpenter?
Nope.
No, that was before Carpenter's time, wasn't it?
Before Carpenter.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on.
Let's see. He was the center.
Who's playing third base then?
Oh, he was
Old
with
man
the-
Gaetti.
Yeah, it
Is
won't
that
hit
the
him.
answer?
It won't hit. No,
Nope.
it won't hit him. No.
No.
Unless
Who's
he was.
that?
Really,
Fernando
the
Tatis
37
Sr.
behind Bonds. Oh, you were right there, Rob.
It was Aurelia hit 37 behind Bond 73. Really?
Oh, Rich Aurelia.
Rich Aurelia hit
Oh,
37. Who would have ever thought that shit?
I don't know.
You got. I tell you something. You got to watch our preseason thing about baseball this year. When my man, I loved it. When my man,
That's not the right answer.
oh,
No.
He said.
oh,
because
that's not the answer.
Ray
That's
Langford hit
Oh,
31 behind. He hit 31, and when McGuire hit 70,
so that's
39.
39. Sosa hit 66. 39 would have been 25.
No.
66.
So Bonds
39
Aurelia
would
is
have
not
been
the answer
27.
because it's 36,
39
and we know that 39 is not the answer either. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ray Langford hit 31 that year.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah. Y'all got to watch my
that's
baseball
right.
preview for the year because when I was talking to Anthony, I said, watch out for this guy Schwarber. I think he's going to hit 30. I may have even said 35 home runs. And he looked at me like, okay, you're crazy. And now he's hit, 43? I think he's at 43 or something now. He got 2 yesterday. It was crazy. Let's see.
All right. Well, PJ will give us another about three or 4 minutes.
Yeah,
and
give
we'll
us a
let you
couple
give us
more
the answer.
guesses now. Let's see. Wow. Let's see. Who's hit? Michael Jack Schmidt. Did he ever hit 50 in a season?
I don't think
think so.
Let's see, Babe Ruth had 43 more than the next guy in 1920.
Babe Ruth, 60 and 17.
No, it was 54 to 11.
Good Lord.
Well, they didn't hit home runs back then.
Wow.
They did not. You're right. They did not hit home runs back then.
54 to 11, Babe Ruth. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it could be Jimmy Fox from 1938 with the Red Sox.
Jimmy Fox hit 54. What did
He was like the only guy that hit home runs for him that year.
Yeah.
And 20 Ruth is not the answer.
So Jimmy Fox,
Jimmy
1938.
Fox, how many did he hit that year? 56? 54.
I don't know. It was in the 50s.
56 or 7.
I don't even know if anybody else on the team had double figures.
Right. Let's
Schmidt,
see.
the highest he did was 48
Schmidt hit 48.
back in 1980.
Yeah.
There you go, World Series year. Okay.
He had some guys that hit close to 20. He had
Right.
McBride. I don't know.
Luzinski.
Yeah. They had too many power hitters.
I think we're going to call it and let PJ give us the answer here.
I agree.
I think Keith's right. I think it's what's his name, Keith?
Jimmy Fox.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Fox.
Fox.
Oh, double X.
1950.
No, that was only 33. There was a guy that had 17 that year.
Oh.
Fox had 58 his best season. Next guy at 35. Go ahead and give us the answer, PJ.
Yeah, go
What
ahead.
was Hank Greenberg or something?
Fox hit 58. Next guy hit 35.
No to Fox.
All right. So let's see what the answer is.
No, it wasn't Hank Greenberg.
How about when Brady Anderson hit 50 or 51? That team sucked.
Okay, 2001, Sosa hit 64, and then Matt Stairs was 17.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
64 and 17. 47 difference. Oh,
Damn.
64. Wow.
Let me see. The 01. I know that the 98 Cubs were terrible. Let's see what the 01 Cubs were like.
No, the 98 Cubs were second or third place.
They started out the year real bad, I thought.
I think they had the lead, and the Astros caught and passed them later. Or maybe they were in second all along, but
Oh,
01,
you're
they-
right. It was the one year that they were terrible to start the year. Was it 97 that they were terrible to start the year?
Yeah, like 0-14 or 0-16 or something.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hold on.
Or
It,
88,
Yeah, they
70.
went 0-14 to start the year, the 97 Cubs.
Not like Baltimore, who was 0-21.
Yeah. Trust me, we were getting there. I remember playing some game, like we were playing a Spanish baseball game, and not board game, but just for vocabulary.
Okay.
And the team we picked was like the kind of terrible team was the Cubs in 96, 97. So yeah.
Braves
Oh.
trying to get 100 wins. They're up 4-3, bottom of the fifth.
21-9 now. Tampa just scored.
21-9, and the Chiefs are kicking their asses.
Evans.
They were 88 and 74, the 01 Cubs.
Okay.
Yeah, Rondell White also had 17 home runs for the Cubs that year. And Fred McGriff at age 37 played for the Cubs. God, I don't remember that.
Oh, crime dog. Help the Braves.
And he got 15 home runs that year for him, didn't he?
12.
12.
So
Yeah. Let me see if
What's
that
the
was
most-
the final season.
What's
what's
the
the
most?
most home runs ever hit by one guy for the Cleveland Indians in a season?
I think Jim Thome at 52.
I don't know the answer. I'm just
I think that is the team
out of
record.
curiosity.
Tommy, or was it? Wasn't never Corey Snyder, was it?
No. He didn't. No.
Corey Schneider was like a Rob Deere type of hitter. But
I like Corey Snyder. Though.
I love Corey Snyder's defense better than I like Corey Snyder's offense. Yes.
He
Jim
could hit
Thome
40
is-
home runs. Did he ever hit 40 though?
No, I'll look up Corey Snyder's stats,
Yeah,
but
I would have thought he would have.
no, the
I would have thought for sure.
record
he hit.
for most home runs in a season is 52 by Jim Thome.
Wow.
Most home runs by a Baltimore Oriole in one season.
was it Davis?
Oh, that's a good question.
Was it Brute Powell?
Well, you have to get Brady. You have to go above 50.
Brady
'cause
Anderson.
that's what
Now,
Brady
how about
Anderson.
Brady Anderson's 50?
Yeah.
That's true.
It wasn't Chris Davis?
Nope.
Chris Davis, I don't think ever hit 50. No.
I
Boot
couldn't think of
Powell
anyone
never
who's-
hit 50. Third baseman Brooks Robinson never hit 50.
No, he never hit 50.
Frank
No.
Robinson didn't either.
Frank Robinson hit 45 3 or 4 times, but they happened with the Reds too, though, I think.
Murray never did it.
No,
All right, so-
Eddie Murray didn't. Brooks never hit 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corey Snyder's career best in home runs was 33 in 1987.
33. Okay. I think Brady Anderson holds the record for the Orioles with 50.
I would bet.
I would think.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody else is.
Because Gentile and 61 hit like 40 some.
46.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Hit like 300 and some too that year.
Any chance?
Well, actually, Chris Davis hit 53 in 2013.
Oh, did he? Chris Davis did do it, huh?
Yeah.
He's
What's the
trying
most
to think
hit
if
Brzezinski
Indian has
ever
never
hit?
led the league in
47?
home runs. Has an Indian ever led the
Oh.
league?
Albert Bell hit 50 in 95.
Yeah.
And I
Albert
think Tony
Joey,
led the league in
Albert
Tony
Joey
led-
Bell. Joey Bell.
Actually, it's
Albert Bell.
Albert
Bell.
Joan Bell. Is his real full name. But I don't think Tommy led the league in home runs that year with 52.
Who in here thinks Otani's going to be the AL MVP?
No,
Not me.
Aaron Judge.
No, it's Judge now.
Keith,
Yeah, it's got to be Judge.
I agree. Did Bell's 50 lead the league, though, he said?
Hold on. Let's see here.
What year was it? 95, you say?
Yes. Let me pull up. Yes, it did.
It did, okay.
Yes. Frank Thomas, Dante Bichette, and Jay Buhner all had 40.
National League MVP.
Ooh.
Goldschmidt?
No.
Yeah.
Goldschmidt's going for
He's
that
going
average.
for
the Triple Crown.
He's going for the Triple Crown. Who are you talking about, Mike?
Probably Goldschmidt.
I'm thinking because Goldschmidt was on. You know these
Goldschmidt's batting 320.
right?
How many home runs he got? Has he got as many as 35?
Yeah, I think he's got almost 40.
Yeah, I don't think he can lead the league now. Is he ahead of Schwarber? I don't think he is.
Who's been the Dodgers MVP just for their team?
Well, I tell you,
Probably Mookie Betts.
Betts has really kept him in the games, and
Not Freddie Freeman?
Arenado's done his usual 30 and 100.
who is that?
Arenado has done
What
his
about
usual
Freddie Freeman?
Yeah. Freddie Freeman. Freddie
318,
Freeman.
45, and 114 for
He's got
Goldschmidt.
45 home runs.
35.
35.
114.
We go check Goldschmidt.
That's what Goldschmidt said. He's at 318 with 35 homers and 114 RBIs.
That's Goldschmidt. Okay, now
Yeah.
check Freeman out. I don't think Freeman's got 35 home runs.
No, he's only got 20, but he's 329 with 20 homers and 98 RBIs. So he can get to 100.
That ain't doing it. That ain't doing it on that team.
No.
No way, because every time he comes up to bat, there's men on base. I say Goldschmidt's MVP. Maury Wills passed away recently.
Yep, about a
I think
couple
I've
weeks ago,
already
yeah.
asked you a
Yeah.
trivia question here regarding him. I don't know if you have or not. So
He probably was
we were just
stolen bases.
has the Mets got somebody that could be the MVP?
No,
Well,
Alonso.
Arenado's
No.
30 and 102, but he's only batting 293.
Yeah.
Let me look up
None of the
Francisco
pitching.
Lindor.
None of the pitchers.
Oh, what about
Yeah,
Pete Alonso?
I was thinking of Alonso, but
Pete Alonso's only batting 290, right?
No,
I think so.
Alonso's batting 268, but he's got 40 bombs and 131 RBIs.
Wow.
262, you say?
268.
268, 40 home runs, 130 RBIs.
1 RBIs.
And what's his name's batting 318. I'm talking about Goldschmidt. You said
Yep.
40 home runs,
No, 35.
35, and how many RBIs?
Hold on.
115. I think.
114, yeah.
I'm sorry. I think it's got to be him. It's
Pete
got to
Alonso?
be him. No, not Pete Alonso.
Or
I think it's Goldschmidt.
If the Mets win the division, I could see you putting a little bit more weight for Alonso
maybe
for MVP.
But 268 and 318 is 50 points difference.
Yeah.
That's a lot of difference. How many? All right, how many doubles or extra base? Total extra base hits or doubles. It doesn't matter. They don't neither one of them have many
extra.
doubles.
Let me
But
pull up the
just
extra
look for
base hits.
doubles if you want to for both of them.
All right, so
Goldschmidt's
extra
probably-
base hits for 76 for Goldschmidt,
Yeah,
and let me pull up Alonso's extra base hits.
probably not 60. Maybe 60.
I think somebody for Tampa Bay got called for a horse collar just a little bit ago.
Did anybody see that horse collar tackle today?
67 for Alonso for extra base
oh.
hits.
I think Goldschmidt gets it. Amazingly, Wills never hit 20 doubles in a season. How about that?
Wills never
Wills
hit
had a
20.
record.
Wow.
Earlier today, let's see, what game was I sitting there watching there, Keith?
Oh, the Patriots, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah, that's right. It was the Patriots against Green Bay. And the guy comes across the field, and he grabs him, like right above his numbers, and just grabs his jersey. He doesn't nowhere near the collar. grabs him by the jersey and yanks him down. Horse collar. I lie to you not. I'm telling you. He grabs one arm around his waist and one around his shirt, pulls him down, yanks him backwards. Horse collar, 15
Thank
yards.
Tua for that. They're all about safety now. See,
College plays twice as tough now as the pros do. That's the sad part.
Oh, and Edwards-Helaire drops a wide open
On a fourth
pass in
down.
the flat on the fourth down, and oh, he could have been running forever.
These bases are going to be this much bigger next year.
3 inches, ain't it?
3
Something
inches.
like that.
18.
And the thing is, they're not even going to be 6 inches closer because they're moving second base further out toward the outfield. And this dumbass Mark DeRosa, I don't know where the hell they find him at, but they found him somewhere.
He's a former major league player.
I know he played for the Cubs for a while, and I know he played for the Braves for a while.
Braves.
Indians as
He
well.
says
Rangers
next
or
year.
something
He
like
says
that.
next year 60 stolen bases not going. It's going to take more than 60 to lead the league in either league. I think he's out of his friggin' mind. The bases are that much closer, folks. Are you telling me that one guy is getting thrown out by 6 inches 25 times in a year, and then next year, boy, oh boy, that's going to be a safe. Oh, give me a break. but I'll tell you what's going to ruin the game. If they do they're talking about allowing one extra player to start instead of how many right now they start? 25, 26, 25. I think they think about starting the year next year with 26. And I've heard some of the guys tell the MLB Network they go get a speed guy. That's all they want. Somebody they don't care if he can use a glove or not. And all they go do is when they need him, go out there and send him out there to pinch run from far, all the way around the bases, and that's going to be it for his day.
Oakland did that in the mid '70s. They had 2 guys that they would do that with. They only had a couple of at bats each, but they had several, like 20-something stolen bases.
Yeah, I just don't know how far.
You look at the '75 Oakland A's; they had 2 of those guys.
Washington was
But I don't
one
know
of
how
them.
far that's going to take you nowadays when you need all these bench players and stuff.
Well, look at Billy Hamilton.
Yeah.
He hadn't had a job, and he only came up. Oh, would anybody like to take a guess on the who leads just the number of stolen bases the league leader has right now?
This year, National League, American League.
Oh, just all baseball. The league leader has this many stolen bases.
31.
I
Higher.
think you're high. Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Higher than that?
You thought it was too high, Dwayne?
I thought it was too high.
36.
A little higher.
38.
39 by John Birdie of the Miami Marlins.
Really? 39?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have thought that many. How about you, Dwayne?
Nah, I wouldn't have thought
No.
it.
And the
Keith. Would you have thought it had been 39 leading the league?
in 98 games.
Not before you first guessed. No, I would have guessed probably in
Oh,
the
fumble
low 30s.
recovered by the Chiefs. Anyway, the next 2 are Jorge Matteo and Cedric Mullins of the Orioles. No wonder why they're scoring a lot of runs.
Both of those 2 are Orioles guys.
Yep. 34 apiece. And then Rosarena has 32. And Tommy Edman of the Cardinals has 31.
Yeah.
In most years, 30 wouldn't even got you in the top 100.
Right.
Look back at when the Cardinals had Vince Coleman, Willie McGee. I mean, that team was just loaded with speed.
What year do you want? 82 or 85?
85.
Lonnie Smith.
Yeah.
All right,
They
let me
didn't have
pull.
Vince Coleman. They didn't have Vince Coleman in 82, I don't think.
Okay,
Nah.
They had him 85 though.
Okay, Tim, how many stolen bases did Kenny Lofton have in 1996?
Was it like 67?
More now.
Higher.
84.
No, it
84.
wasn't 80. It was like 75.
75.
75.
Okay, so I think 82 might have been a little bit better.
Who
Vince
was
Coleman in
second
80
that year?
for the Indians or
what?
in the league?
Second for the Indians in 1996.
In 1996. Would that have been Vizquel?
It was. Any
And
guess on
he
how
may
many?
have had 33.
You're very close. 35.
Okay. All right. So the 85 Cardinals, Coleman was first with 110.
Yeah.
And then Willie McGee had 56.
Yeah.
And then Andy Van Slyke had 34. And Tom Herr and Ozzie Smith both had 31.
Yeah. Look at that. I mean, that's crazy stuff.
Oh,
They had a
no,
lot.
it's-
They had a lot more stolen bases than they had home runs as a team. A whole lot more.
Oh,
A
yeah.
whole lot.
Because
Yeah.
they played.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like Jack Clark led the team with 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they knew the surface they played on. They played on artificial turf, and they followed the Lou Brown method. I want to see you hit the ball into the ground and beat it
Yeah,
out with
not
your
only
leg.
that, most of the National
They
League had
attempted
artificial turf back
410.
then.
What's that?
Phil's had
They attempted
artificial turf,
410.
exposed.
Yeah.
75
Reds.
out of 110. Okay.
Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
I mean, half the league had artificial turf back
Right.
then.
Pittsburgh,
Right.
Philadelphia.
Reds, Expos, Houston,
Yep.
St. Louis.
Yep.
Who else?
Well, we're just talking nationally. Yeah, that's well,
yeah.
besides
Yeah.
Seattle and Toronto.
So, Rob, why did you say Andy Van Slyke was not with the Cardinals anymore? How did he get to go to the Pirates? You told me.
You
that.
talking about when he got rid of him?
Yeah, well, I don't remember how he left.
They were he'd been in some kind of argument with the general manager, and he came back in and said, I want to stay. Everything's here. My kids, my wife, everything's here. And they said, we got to get rid of you because we got to get some draft picks for you. And I think his contract year was coming up at the end of the year, or he may have had one more year left.
Oh, I know. You were saying something like there was a player that he stood up for or something.
Oh yeah, well during that season, it was a guy that had done something against LaRusso's orders. I want to say it was one of the pitchers.
Against Whitey Herzog.
Whitey Herzog.
Oh, was it Herzog? Okay, whoever
Yeah.
was managing, he done something against his orders, and whatever it was, a bunch of the players went in there. Not just him, but there was a few others went in there and said, "Look, he did the smart play here or something." I think it was a ball that got hit into the ground, and he didn't feel like he could throw the guy out at the plate, and he threw it to first and got the second out, and the tying run scored. And he just flew off the handle on him. Him and one of the bench coaches, but who the bench coach was to this day, I still can't remember. I want to say maybe he came from maybe Montreal or something, and he came and started coaching the bench for St. Louis. And he totally went off on may have been the third baseman. May have been whoever was playing third for him at the time. Wouldn't have been Zeal, would it? Todd Zeal? I don't
Maybe
see.
Pendleton.
I believe it was a white guy. I want to say it was a white guy, but I'm not sure.
I'm surprised who actually. I'm looking this up. I wouldn't have known this offhand. Who the general manager was in 1986 for the Cardinals? Former player Dal Maxville.
Oh, yeah.
He was the
Oh.
GM of the Cardinals then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on their teams in the 67, 68 World Series.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
So Van Slyke went into the office of the GM, and whoever was playing third, I want to say
Was
I
either
don't
Terry
think-
Pendleton or Jose Oquendo?
All right, maybe it was Oquendo then. I don't think it was Pendleton. Whoever it was, they was talking about we're going to unload him. We're going to unload him now. He's no good. And what's his name said something about you just need to just get rid of the team if you're going to do that shit because this guy means something to the team. And I want to say they traded this guy. Whoever the hell it was, they got rid of his damn ass.
It probably was
And then
Pendleton because Pendleton ended up with the Braves.
It could have been. Could have been then. He went in there, and they got rid of his ass. And it was like, what's his name came in there and said, what the hell are you doing? You know, it's like, this is my man.
Like
You
say
can't do
Pendleton was a well-liked guy.
Yeah. He was a team leader and shit, too. Yeah, it might have been him then. And Van Slyke came in there and throwing shit. And he wasn't the only one. There was a couple of them that was doing him. And one of the pitchers, there was a relief pitcher. They came in there. And I don't think neither one of them were. Both of them were short-lived. And they both might have got traded to the Pirates at the same time. But Van Slyke went in there and told him, I don't like the way you handled this situation. I don't like the way you did it. And then whoever the pitcher was, I want to say maybe he took a drink or something and poured it on that bench coach. Took a, like this, not over his head, but just right there, like in your face kind of shit. But I couldn't even tell you who the pitcher was because I don't. But I was thinking if third baseman was some dude that was like, oh God, Okendo didn't sound right.
One Tommy Herr, he didn't play third. He was a second baseman and shortstop.
I'm pretty sure it was the third baseman, though. I'm pretty sure it was. And the ball came to him, and he immediately looked over at first base, and he swore that he couldn't get a grip on the ball, which I've had that problem too. Where you throw it to first, it's just like a change up and go straight in the ground, and you got to hope they catch it. And they were playing on the turf, and said he just couldn't get it out of his hand. He knew he had to go to first base with it. And as soon as he got in the dugout, before he got to the dugout, it was like, what the F were you doing? What the F? We done talked about what he was doing. And Van Slyke was saying shit during the game. Didn't say shit, didn't show his ass, do nothing. But as soon as the last pitch was thrown in that game, I think they'd come back and won.
He was traded on April 1st, 1987 with Mike Dunn and Mike LaValliere to the Pirates for Tony Pena.
Was Mike Dunn a relief pitcher?
I think he was a pitcher, yeah. I think so.
That might have been now LaValliere.
He said he thought it was an April Fool's joke at first, though.
Yeah, LaValliere was a catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he also played for the White Sox.
All right. Yeah.
Well, Mike Dunn was a minor league pitcher at the time.
Oh, okay. It wouldn't have been him then. But I want to say whoever the pitcher was, they went into the office and said, we ain't going to let you go to a contending team. So whoever it was, he ended up going to. Whoever he ended up going to ended up not being a very good team, but it was a pitcher, though, that left. He left the Cardinals. Might have been in the offseason. Might have been that offseason. But they traded him somewhere. Damn. Texas, maybe?
Who are we
Was
talking
it
about?
Todd Worrell?
Nah.
Todd Worrell. He was a closer, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was with them until 92. Yeah, he was with them
No,
until
it
92.
would have been before that. It would have been before that. The guy that threw the drink in his face, I don't think he was a big fastball guy. I believe he was one that threw a lot of old junk pitches and shit.
Not Quisenberry, was it?
No, no. I want to say he may have been a lefty, but I'm not sure about that. But he threw a lot of junk pitches and shit. A whole lot of.
Yeah.
It won't Tudor.
Anyway,
Tudor
no.
was John. No, it won't John Tudor.
I wasn't one of the Forshes either.
No. it
They
was
had,
no.
they had a pitcher named Cox, Danny Cox, or something like that. I think.
He was
Probably
a big guy. Big guy.
Oh. Anyway.
This guy wasn't no small guy, but anyway, he threw a lot of shit pitches. Anyway, he took a drink. Well, I understand. Threw it right in the coach's face, one in the manager's face, one of the coach's faces. And this was right at the end of the season. And next season he was on another team, or he didn't got dropped. I'm not even. He may have just got released, but he didn't make it to the next season. And then Van Slyke had earned a spot on the team. What, center field or right field? Center field, I think.
Right.
And then
Joe Bover.
Joe Beaver. Joe Beaver.
Yeah.
That might have been.
Yeah.
That might have been him. It might have
He's-
been
he's-
him.
He
was
went
a
to the
Porter
Braves in
guy.
'87.
He went and pitched for the Atlanta Braves, and he ended up having a pretty good career with them.
He was
Joe
all right.
Beaver.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
a serviceable reliever.
Yeah, that might have been him, but they called him into the office. What
They
was
got
it?
Randy O'Neal for him.
Oh, okay.
Cardinals did in July.
They wait. Didn't they wait till they got? They won't play it on April 1st, but they started playing games a day or two later. And I want to say that St. Louis was traveling to play their opening game, and they waited. Sorry, bastards, waited till wherever they flew to. I want to say maybe they flew all the way to the Cubs, maybe to start the season. And they waited till they got to Chicago and told that son of a bitch, "You're gone now." I think that's what happened. They were in. I think they were on the road though. I think they started the season on the road, or either.
What's up, Bob?
Hey
or
guys,
either it might have been the first game of the season coming
Hey,
up.
Bob.
They waited for him to dress out, and then told him, we've traded you." Whatever
finally got your
happened?
request.
Oh my God!
It finally came. It just came in.
Oh,
That's crazy, man. Sometimes these emails are nuts.
yeah.
But
No.
to my recollection, I never remember him being a problem child anywhere he ever went. And
Well, do you mind if I ask Bob something real quick?
go for it.
Bob, so I did look this up. Did you happen to know what the preseason win odds were for the over under for the Orioles wins prior to the season?
I don't know what the odds are, but they were only supposed to win like 60,
62 and a half.
62 and a half.
Was the over under win total for the Orioles.
Wow.
And they just got win 81 today.
Yeah, well, they've won 30 games more than they did last year. Oh, right
Yep.
now.
Yeah. How about Boston's manager? Is he gonna get fired?
Did you hear this BS about the Astros GM might get fired if they lose in the first round?
Well, hell, what's Astros GM and Astros coach both? Yeah, hell yeah. They don't have a contract for next year. I'm hearing Dusty Baker's
I
name.
think they're the Yankees or something. Steinbrenner running things.
Do what, Keith?
The new owner is trying to replicate what the old owner did. After the 05 World Series, they kind of let it go to crap. And
Can you imagine if they get Dusty Baker after how many wins have they got right now? 105.
yeah, around there, yeah.
So let's say all right, we're gonna be nice. Let's say they beat the Phillies twice, so they get 107. All right, Bob, you got your TV on, bro.
Oh, okay.
Let's say they win 107 games. Would this be the most unheard of firing ever? Let's say they win the first round. Let's say they win the first round and go to the second round and get fired. Because I heard if they didn't go to the AL Championship Series, they were going to fire him. It's what I've been hearing.
I'm going to
That
pull up
right
the number of wins that Mike Hargrove had in '99. He had 97 wins.
Hargrove got fired too, didn't he?
Yeah, after the '99 season, they lost in the division series to Boston after having a slow lead.
Right.
97 wins, and they canned them.
How many?
97.
Yeah.
That was like last year when the Cardinals fired their manager.
Yeah, after they fired Schilt. Yeah.
Yeah, Schilt. Yeah. I'd kind of like being Atlanta this year if they lost in the first round, get rid of Snitker after winning the World Series last year. I don't think they can do that, but crazier shit's happened, folks. Crazier shit's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number one, the White Sox manager's got to go. We already know the Florida manager's gone.
He's gone.
We already know. I mean, Miami's manager's gone.
And LaRusse is gone.
White Sox is gone too.
Yeah, White Sox.
I'm
LaRusse. Yeah,
kind of scared about Sandy Alomar maybe going to Chicago because he played there.
Going for the White Sox.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Is he
an assistant? Is he an assistant?
He's the
GM?
first base coach.
Oh,
his name has come up a few times for managerial positions. Now, I'm sure he might hold off to find out whether Francona is going to continue.
Right.
The next, for next season, because his contract's up after this year, and with his health issues,
and I'm hearing Craig Counsell's name getting fired. And if he gets fired, I think he immediately becomes the number one candidate for down in Arizona. Arizona. If Arizona
didn't he already manage them?
Yeah, but I think they wanted him back because what happened was when he went down there, they said he didn't know how to use a pitching staff, didn't know how to run a pitching staff. But I think he's ended up now learning that he better get himself some good pitching coaches. Now, I don't see him getting rid of the guy down in
Arizona.
Why would you?
Not if you're improving by 30 games.
Well. Since May, they have about a 500 record.
Well, Zach Gallen has helped tremendously with that.
They've played well.
Now, I don't think they need a couple of bats at least.
The Padres, I'm telling you, I would not want to be Bob Melvin right now. I would not. As much money they got, the fourth highest payroll, third highest payroll, and did not make the playoffs they'll
make it
they're
now.
going to make the playoffs. They better get by the first round. They better get by that first round, or they're going to have some trouble. Robbie Thompson, I keep hearing if they don't get through the first round, they're gonna get rid of him. But I don't know how you can do that shit. I mean, he took over a trash fire. He took over a team that was 10 games under 500, and they're finishing he's had as a manager, he's won 25 over 500 this year. I think he has
15. They're 87 and 72.
Right, but he's won 25 over because they were 10 under.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. How in the hell can you fire a manager as an interim even? His first season, and it's not an unproven group. It's proven that they're not doing a damn thing under Girardi. Then he ends up taking over mid-season and wins 25 more games than he loses.
Yep.
To me, that's a no-brainer. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if they go to St. Louis and lose 2 games. You come home, you offer Thompson a 3-year deal. You give him a 3-year deal. If you want to get rid of the GM, fully understand. You get rid of his ass. You find somebody that wants pitching because they got to have some starting pitching. They got to. And Sir Anthony, I'm sorry, Sir Anthony's got he's got to go some other royalty because the Philadelphia Castle does not need his ass anymore. Sir Anthony needs to go hit the bricks.
Now, do you guys think that Toronto will hire their interim manager as a real manager next year?
Toronto?
Yes.
That'd be interesting. Toronto's got to go somewhere. They got to go somewhere this year too. I think they fired one manager when they started, and they got this
new one about halfway through the season.
Well, in the same way as the Phillies, yeah. For price purposes, they may keep him, Robert, because that's a team that doesn't want to pay it. They don't want to be paying a manager $5 million a year, $6 million a year. That's a team that doesn't want to do it. They underpaid Cedric Gaston. Was it Cedric Gaston? Let me make sure that's right. When he was in Toronto.
You see the gas Toronto.
Yeah, they underpaid him when he was there. They didn't give him near as much as he was worth.
Might be like with the Cardinals after they fired Matheny and they had Schilt come in, and then they hung on to him for like a year or two, and then.
So chances are, Bob, they'll end up keeping this guy. They'll probably offer him a 2-3 year deal. Probably at most give him $5 million total. They'll probably give him $1.5 million, something like that a year, maybe $2 million. But they're not going to go inordinate amounts of money with somebody, and that's another reason I think Philadelphia can keep Rob Thompson. They probably can sign him 4 years and probably pay him $8.5 million and get by with a lot less than going out here trying to get a Dusty Baker. You know, Dusty Baker's probably in his last place anyway.
Right.
If he gets fired, I'm not sure he'll want to go anywhere else. But
he's got to be one of the older managers out there.
Yeah, he is right now. He's already one of the
Will
older
Ron
ones.
Washington ever manage again?
Man, I tell you what, there's so many younger people coming up through the ranks now. Ron Washington is. I mean,
the problem is that I don't think he'll want to do it because I don't know if he has some issues with his sobriety.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, it's too many jokes hanging out there for him. You know, said something about so there's a reason that Ron Washington ain't come back in the last few years because they paint the lines down, don't lay them down with the roller anymore because he can't snort them with snort the paint. Yeah, I'd heard that shit, and then we could on deck circles. They no longer put lines around the circles, so you don't have to worry about him running in circles like a dog. I've
Touchdown Buccaneers.
do what? Touchdown Bucks, huh?
Yeah.
I bet it was a running play. I bet it wasn't a throwing play.
No, it was a good pass from Brady.
Oh, what?
Evans in the back corner of the end zone.
So they're getting beaten out by what, 20?
No, 28-17.
28-17, third quarter?
No.
Second quarter.
Oh, it's still second quarter. Okay.
Is that close to the total there, Rob?
What's the total?
Right now it's 45.
Yeah.
45. 44.5 will go over then.
Those are the best games.
Mike Harris and Rob. Over. Yep. We can already go through some of the ones early in the week.
Oh, that wasn't just for the first quarter? I thought that was for the first quarter.
Dolphins and Bengals. Bengals 4-point favorites, and they win 27-15. Tua suffers an injury. I'm saying he probably won't be back for at least 5 weeks. We will see what happens there. 47.5 was the total. It was an under. Keith, perfect. Keith, Bengals and under. Perfect there. Mike and Bob both go with the under. Harris was his lock, was the Dolphins and over, and he got neither one. I'm sorry. Sunday, Vikings and Saints. 44 was the total. They went over. It was a push. So all we got to worry about is the overs. Rob got the over. Keith got the over. It didn't matter if you picked the Vikings or the Saints. You do not lose anything there. Seahawks and Lions. Lions favored by 6 points at home, and Seahawks travel to Detroit 48-45. If you had 92 points and you went under, you are a loser this week because 93 points was the total. 50 was the over. Rob and Harris both got Seahawks. Harris went with the over as well as Bob. We go with the Jets and Steelers. Steelers 3.5-point favorites. We all felt the Steelers, and we all felt a loss there. The Jets win by 4, 41.5, 44 the over. None of us hit the over either, so we went dry on that one. Bears and Giants. Giants 3-point favorite. They win 20-12. A real exciting game here, I'm sure. 32 points total. or 39.5, it was an under. Rob picked Giants and under. Tim picked Giants and under. Bob picked Giants and under. Everybody that picked the Bears went over, and they got shut out. Titans and Colts. Colts 3.5 point favorites, and the Titans win by a touchdown, 24-17. Easily, not going over the total of 48.5. And so Rob gets the game and under. Keith gets the game and under. Tim gets the game and under. Bob gets the game and under. Harris gets the game and under. Dwayne and Mike take the unders with the loss. Chargers and Texans. Chargers 5.5 point favorites. They win a 34-24 game, easily going over the 46 total. Dwayne gets the game and the over. Harris gets the over, but a loss with the Texans. Everybody else took it under, and the Texans. Browns and Falcons. 48 was the total. They only reached 43 under on that total. And the Falcons, 2.5 point dogs, end up winning by 23-20. Nobody took the Falcons this week. The under was Rob, Keith, Tim, Mike, Bob, Harris, and Dwayne. We all took the under this week. Commanders and Cowboys. Cowboys 3-point favorites. Could have been 13 and still covered. That would not have been a problem. 25-10. The Commanders are back to their old self. Rob, Tim, Bob, Harris, Dwayne, and Keith all took the Cowboys the under. Mike being in a losing effort, along with Bob in a winning effort, Harris in a winning effort, Dwayne in a winning effort. Jags and Eagles. Eagles now move to 4-0, 6.5 point favorites this week. They win by 8. Just surpassing the 48 in the hook. They get 50. So Rob with the over, Harris with the over, Keith with the over, and Tim with the over. All scored 2 points there. Bob and Dwayne both get their overs with a loss. And Mike's lock of the week was it Jags in the under, so he loses on that one. Oh, yeah. We can't forget Keith's lock of the week, the Cowboys in the over. He wins the Cowboys, but misses the over. Rob's.
So he gets the low of the week?
Rob's lock of the week. The Browns, they lose, but they do go under. So I do get a half one there. And so it goes. No one in the NFL yet has had a lock with a win and the over-under.
What?
The Bills and Ravens. The Ravens cover this game. 4 points was the favorites by the Bills. 23-20. They did not quite cover. 51 and on hook, it's under. So it is the Ravens winning this one. Harris, he gets that. Keith gets that. Mike gets that. But they don't go under. Dwayne goes with the under. And Dwayne's lock of the week of the Bills does not work out for him as well. All right, Cardinals and Panthers. Panthers 1.5 favorites. And the Cardinals pull away by 10 late in the game. And 44 was the total. And it only got 42. Rob, Keith, Tim, Mike with the under, and Bob with the under. So Mike with the under, Bob with the under, Tim, Keith, and Rob all get the Cardinals. Harris and Dwayne get a point each for being the under on that. So everybody scored something on that one. Broncos, Raiders. Raiders a 2-point favorite, pulls it off by 9 points, 44.5. 44 in the hook, no problem there, 55 points. Keith goes Raiders and over. Tim gets a game, but under. Mike gets a game, but under. And Dwayne gets the over, so he gets a point on that one as well. Patriots and Packers. We all took the Packers, but 10.5 was just way too much, even with a third-string quarterback. 27-24, it went to overtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Overtime. And so we knew once it went to overtime, the Patriots were going to take care of the business as far as the as far as the points. Over 51 points was 39.5 was all you had to do. So over, it's Rob, Keith, Mike, Dwayne, Bob with the over, but Bob picks the Packers. in a losing effort. And Harris takes the Packers as well in the over. So Harris, Bob, Dwayne, Mike, Keith, and Rob all get a point for the over there, and that's all we get there. We'll find out what happens. The Chiefs now 2.5 points tonight. 44.5. And did you guys say we've already hit the 44.5?
Yes, we have.
So the over tonight, Rob and Mike and Harris are all going to get the over tonight. It's a matter of which team wins. Rob and Mike both have the Chiefs at 2.5. Harris has the Bucks plus the 2.5. Then tomorrow night, Rams 49ers 43 down in San Francisco. 2.5 point favorites are the Niners. Tim goes under. Bob goes under with the Niners and they given points. Mike Harris going under with the Rams. Rob, Dwayne, and Keith all going over with the Rams tomorrow night. So we'll see what happens there.
Didn't do as bad in the NFL as I thought I did.
Do what?
I said, I don't think I did as bad in the NFL as I thought I would.
And then our straight up picks against Atma Bryan. If you didn't watch last week, that was a train wreck and a half. Atma Bryan's channel had the Browns, Ravens, Green Bay Packers, and Falcons. They got 4 points. And we had the Titans. We got 1 point. So they got a net of 3. So they had 3 points to nothing, or plus 3 going into this week. Well, things have changed just a little bit. First off, they had 3 on us. And today they won with the Bengals. That makes 4. They won with the Jets. That makes 5. They won with the Raiders. That makes 6. Never fear, channel. Here we come. 6. We won with the Giants. We won with the Titans. We won with the Chargers. We won with the Eagles. We won with the Bills. And we won with the Cardinals. We are even. We're even starting tonight. And tomorrow is our tiebreaker game. The Rams and 49ers. And if the Rams win straight up, we'll be 1 point up. If the 49ers win, they'll be 1 point up going to next week. So that'll be pretty cool. Don't forget Tuesday nights. Our straight up picks did real well this week. So far we're 6-3, guys. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And do you guys like it that we're going with the consensus? Like if it's 7 or 8 of us in here, we go with whoever the most people like it.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
It saves
Dwayne?
a lot of debate.
Yeah.
You like? Yeah. How you like it, Bob?
I like it.
Yeah, I like it that way too. Because I tell you what, it's putting all of us at equal strength there. So I like it, especially if we have 7 or 5, and then if we have 6 or 8, then we'll choose somebody in chat that can break that tie if they'll stay here with us. Isn't it your bedtime, Sean? Keith is always cheating, says Sean. I think Keith's playing for Cat, dude. So, we got the Rams and 49ers. I haven't even let's look at next week's games. Hold on for a second there. I'll look at next week's pro games.
Unfortunately, we will not be doing any bidding for college games next week.
No bidding for college games next week. Pro games next week. Okay.
Well, the Browns have the Chargers. I know that.
All right.
And I'll probably be driving out to see
28-17, the Chiefs and the Bucks at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night, the Colts, really, really disappointing. And so are the Broncos. I mean, 2 AFC teams I think a lot of people picked probably to go into the playoffs, maybe not deep into the playoffs, but into the playoffs. That's probably going to decide it for one of them if they lose already. Colts at the Broncos Thursday night. Sunday, another overseas game. Where is this one going to be? The Giants and Packers.
That's probably going to be that's the same
Wembley.
location, Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham Hotspur again. So Giants and Packers. Lions and Patriots. Chargers, Browns. Texans, Jags. Falcons at Buccaneers. Steelers at Bills. Dolphins at the Jets. Probably without Tua and going to New York. Bears and Vikings, Titans and Commanders, Seahawks at the Saints, and that's all the early games. Then we got the late games, the 49ers at the Panthers, Eagles at the Cardinals, 4-0 Eagles. We're going to have to talk about them some this week. Cowboys at the Rams, and Sunday night the Bengals at the Ravens. The Monday night game next week, who's got that at their fingertips?
Vegas and Kansas City.
Vegas going to Kansas City next week. Okay, that's Monday night. Yeah.
By the way, they've got the early lines for the games already for all of them.
Okay, just say the game. Say the
I'm
game.
going to give you one. Only one.
All right. Okay.
The Buffalo-Pittsburgh line. Anyone want to take a guess at that? I will.
Ooh, let's see. Buffalo's at Pittsburgh? No, Buffalo's
Yeah.
at home against
Buffalo's at home against Pittsburgh.
Buffalo -5.5. Keith?
I would say Buffalo -7.5.
7.5. Dwayne?
I'd say 10.
Bob?
8. -8.
Dwayne is the closest right now. It is Buffalo -14.
Oh, Lord have mercy. 14.
It's as of right now. Now, I'm sure this will come down a couple of points before we do our picks on Tuesday.
Now, do you have all the lines in front of you?
Yes, I do. At
All
least
right,
for
guys,
Yahoo
how about-
Sports.
How about this one, guys?
I'm gonna head out, guys.
Are you hitting there, Keith? All right,
yeah.
man. We'll see you.
probably see you
Dwayne and
Tuesday.
Bob.
Night off.
The Colts and Broncos. Dwayne, who you think's favored that game? Colts at Broncos, and then by how much?
6.5. Broncos.
You like it? You like it? Broncos by 6.5. Bob,
Who was that again?
Colts at Broncos. Who you say is favored and by how much?
Colts by 3.
I'm gonna say Colts -4. Tim?
The line is for right now. Denver is a 3-point favorite.
Wow. Okay. All right. Giants at Packers. Bob.
Giants at Packers.
Overseas, though it is an overseas game. Yes.
Okay, we'll go with Packers +5.
Or -5.
-5.
Minus
You said
five.
they're -5.
I meant -5. Yes.
I'm gonna say Packers -11. Dwayne,
I'd say 6.
6,
Dwayne once again is the closest right now. Packers -7.5.
7.5. All right. Let's start. Lions at Patriots. Dwayne.
At Patriots,
Yeah.
I'd say they're
Lions.
3.5 favorites.
Who you say's favorites?
Patriots being home.
3.5. Bob.
Lions -3.
I'm gonna say Patriots -1. Tim.
If you could split the difference between Rob and Dwayne, you'd be good. Right now, Patriots -2.5.
Patriots -2.5. Okay, Bob. Chargers at the Browns. Chargers at the Browns.
Browns -5.
Ooh, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go Chargers -1. Dwayne.
Chargers 3.5.
Dwayne, though, without the hook, it's Chargers -3.
Chargers -3. All right, Dwayne. Man, he's lighting them up here. Texans at Jags.
We'll go 2.5 Jacksonville.
Bob.
Texans by 6.
Man, I like what Dwayne said. I'm gonna just go Jags. I'm gonna go 3 and a hook. Tim.
Right now, it's Jacksonville by 7.
7. Wow.
That'll probably go down within the next couple
All right.
of days.
Bob. Falcons at the Buccaneers. Afternoon game.
Buccaneers by 11.
Okay, I'm gonna go Bucks 8.5. Dwayne.
I go 7.
7. Tim.
And give Rob the $100 bill. Tampa 8.5.
Tampa 8.5. Wow.
Hmm.
Steelers and Bills.
We
Dwayne.
already did that one.
Oh, we did. That's right.
Yeah.
Dolphins and Jets. Dwayne. Dolphins and Jets at New York.
I say Dolphins 3.
Bob.
They're in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dolphins 5.
Dolphins 4.5.
And Dwayne gets the $100 bill this time.
Exact.
Exactly right.
What was it?
Miami -3.
-3. Okay. Bob. Bears at the Vikings.
Vikings 6.
You know what? I like that number, man. I really do. But
I
I'm gonna
do
go
too.
7. I'm gonna go 7 and a hook. Dwayne.
I'll go 6.5 since he took 6.
Tim.
It's Vikings -7.
Oh wow. We're all over these. We really are. Dwayne. Titans at the Commanders.
I'll go 2.5.
Titans.
Yeah.
Bob.
Titans by 7.
I'm gonna go in between you guys. I'm gonna go Titans 5.5. Tim.
Right now, it's only Titans -3.
Wow. Okay. All right. Go to Bob. Seahawks and Saints. Seahawks and Saints.
Seahawks -5.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna go Saints -1. Dwayne.
I'll go. It's in New Orleans.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give them this to home field advantage. I'll give them New Orleans 3.
All right, Tim. What is it?
It's New Orleans -5.
5.
Mm.
Wow. Okay. Dwayne. 49ers at the Panthers.
We'll go 3 for the 49ers.
They really like them a lot. I'm going to go 4 with the 49ers. Bob.
5 49ers.
All right, Tim.
Split the difference between Bob and Rob. It's 49ers 4.5.
4.5. Wow. Okay. Let's see. All right. Eagles and Cardinals. Eagles at the Cardinals, Bob. Late game.
Eagles -7.
Dwayne.
I'll go 3.5. Eagles.
I'm going to go Eagles 5. Tim.
5 and a hook.
5 and a
For the
hook.
Eagles.
Okay. Cowboys and Rams. Dwayne.
At the Rams,
Yeah.
Yes.
we'll go 7.
Bob
Cowboys
and Rams.
4.
Oh, you say the Cowboys are favored by 4.
Cowboys and 4. Yes.
And Dwayne, you saying the Rams?
Yeah.
Rams by
It's
7.
at the Rams, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's that much. I'm gonna say Rams 5 and a hook.
Once again, Rob, you're close. Rams by 6.
6. Okay. Bengals at the Ravens next Sunday night. Now it's a Sunday night game. Bob. Bengals at the Ravens.
It's going to be, I'm going to say Ravens +3.
You mean Ravens favored by 3?
Favored by 3, yes.
Okay. Dwayne.
We'll go 4 since he went 3.
Yeah, I like his numbers. I'm gonna go 4 and a hook. Tim.
Actually, if Bob would have stayed with the +4, he'd have been close. Actually, I was reading this wrong. Baltimore -3.5.
3.5. Oh, right in between those two guys. All
Yep.
right. And then Monday night, you said who's it?
Vegas traveling to Kansas City to play the Chiefs.
All right. Dwayne.
We'll go 6.5. KC.
Bob.
Chiefs 5.
I'm gonna go Chiefs 9. Tim.
And Dwayne gets the closest right now is Chiefs -7.
7. Okay. All right.
I will say
What?
this: there is also one over/under that is under 40 right now.
Hold on. One over under
What is
under 40. Oh, let's see. Let's see if I can find that game.
Who's the Redskins? I ain't saying the other word to play.
Commanders and Titans. I don't know if that's under 40.
No, it's not.
No.
I was just wondering who they was playing.
I'm gonna say Texans and Jags under 40.
Oh, they're actually 44 right now.
Let's see. Who else would it be? Let's see. I don't think it'd be.
Name some games, Ron.
All right. I'll name it. I'll name a game, and you tell me if it's under. Do like yes or like yes. Don't give it away, Tim, until the end.
Okay.
Colts Broncos under 40. Colts Broncos.
That if I'll give you a thumbs up if it's over, right?
After we do it.
Okay.
All right. So you guys, Colts and Broncos, if you think the over-under is above 40 or below 40, I'm going to say above. Dwayne, Colts, Broncos. All right. Now, Tim.
Yes, that is above 40.
Giants, Packers, above 40. I'm going to go above 40. Bob?
He's playing overseas, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to go under. Bob?
That
Tim?
is above 40.
It is above
I'm not going to give you every game.
Right. Let's see.
Well, you know that
I was
Detroit's
just
been an
wondering
over
what game
machine.
it was under 40.
Under 40.
Under 40.
Dolphins, Jets?
Nope.
No. I don't think it'd be the
They've
Seahawks.
got the 49ers Panthers right now at 39.5.
Wow.
They
Oh.
think the Panthers offense is that inept.
You know what? And I'd say the Seahawks Saints probably got a better chance. I bet there's not over 42 or 43.
They're at 43.
Playing where I
right
just
now,
played
so-
going overseas, like I say, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And the team's coming back. Let's see.
Yeah.
Who played this morning? It was
Minnesota.
Saints.
Minnesota.
They get a Minnesota and
the Saints.
They get a bye.
nope.
No, they come back and
They
play
get a
this
bye?
week. No,
Yeah.
they come back and play this week. So,
Yeah.
yeah. No bias start till next week.
Yeah. The highest over under right now is the Chiefs and the
Chiefs.
Raiders. Yep.
8.5.
Oh no, over under.
Oh,
No,
over
over under.
53.
50
I
and a
say
hook.
48.
50 and a hook. Wow. Wait till the college games come out this week. I bet you it'll be at least 2 or 3 marked at 60.
Hold on. I'll actually pull them up. I'll pull up. Let's see how many of them are in the 60s this week.
Yeah. And I tell you what, if we don't have a lot of top 25 games, maybe I'll still get some higher level SEC, Big Ten, Pac-12, and ACC games.
Do you mind if I go over how many top 25s we have this week?
It's not a lot, is it?
Well, you've got Kansas has jumped to number 19.
Yeah.
They play TCU, so
They're
that's
undefeated, right? Kansas.
both of them are, yeah.
4-0.
Yep. Then you got number 8 Tennessee at number 25 LSU.
Okay.
You've got Arkansas at number 23 Mississippi State. Let's see, that's 3. Cincinnati somehow got up to number 24.
Yeah.
They're playing South Florida. Oklahoma State's got Texas Tech. That's 5.
Yeah.
Utah and UCLA make 6. They're both ranked.
Yeah.
And then Georgia and Auburn, so that's 7.
Yeah. But Auburn's not ranked, are they?
No, Auburn's not ranked.
No, because Auburn's talking about firing their coach, maybe Harsin or
Right.
whatever.
Ohio State's got Michigan State. So that's 8.
And Michigan State, that's another team that's really underperformed this year, man.
Right.
Golly. But they're not going to fire their coach. Their coach is what, $7.5, $8 million man. There's no way they're
Right.
going to
Nope.
they're not getting rid of him.
No. And then Washington at Arizona State. Ole Miss at Vanderbilt. So that's what, 7?
Something like that. 8, 7 or 8.
You get Clemson at Boston College.
Yeah, that won't be
Wake
much.
Army at Wake Forest.
Army at Wake Forest. I tell you
Yeah.
what, if you've never seen that Army offense before, now you gotta love watching them running the ball, because they're gonna, if they got to 60 offensive plays, they may throw it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
But that triple option, man, it is wild to play. And I tell you, a team like Wake Forest, the one saving grace they've got is having a quarterback that can really, really throw the ball down the field, because that's one thing the Army is lacking most of all, is speed. Not size, but speed. And that's probably going to do them in. But I'll tell you what, I bet they score their amount
Actually,
of points.
I'll just go through the rankings for this week. That makes this a lot easier. Than
Georgia, Alabama, then Georgia.
Right. So
Then Ohio State, I guess.
yeah, you've got everybody in the top 25. Well, actually, Penn State has a bye.
Who's
and
Ohio State playing?
They got Michigan State.
Oh, okay. At Michigan.
Syracuse is 22nd in the nation. They have a bye.
They're good too.
So you've got at least 12 games, because you've got 23 out of the 25 playing.
Yeah, but 3 are playing. 2 or 3 are playing each other.
Right.
So you got at least 10 games.
All right. If we want to do backups, let's see what the best of the rest are. So you got Purdue and Maryland.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Let's see.
Have you got?
I'm going to roll out of here, guys.
All right.
All right, don't take care. I'm not going to be too much longer.
Yeah. Have you got Miami? Is Miami? They're not in the top 25 now, are they?
Oh no! Not after that Middle Tennessee State debacle.
Yeah, right. So Miami, who are they playing?
They're playing North Carolina.
That could be a real good game. Oh, they going to North Carolina? Or are they going to be at home?
They're going to be at Coral Gables.
That could be a good game. Really could be.
Let's see here. Yeah, not really. I mean,
and then, we was just talking about earlier, LSU and Tennessee.
Right.
I personally think I like it. I tell you, where are they playing at LSU?
Yes, they're in the Bayou.
I don't think Tennessee's going to walk out of there with a win. I really don't.
Well, the line right now is only Tennessee by 3.5.
Yeah, and if I was betting straight, I'd be taking LSU.
The other game that you might want to do, just because of tradition,
is UCLA in the top 25?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know
Texas and Oklahoma.
Texas and Oklahoma.
Both are 3-2.
Oklahoma's not in the top 25.
No.
And
but
what's Texas 3-2?
Both teams are.
And both of them's taking bad losses too.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
I'd say it'd be probably Purdue and Maryland. Texas and Oklahoma might be a good one to.
And what's Oklahoma favored by? Maybe 4.5, 5 points?
6 points. Oh, no, sorry. Texas is favored by 6 points.
Really? Texas, and they play in where they always play in Texas, don't they? Yeah. I wish they.
Yeah, they're at the Cotton Bowl, but technically Oklahoma's the home team.
Yeah, I don't like it. Don't you wish they went to actually Oklahoma and played?
Well, the problem is I believe it's part of the Texas State Fair.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
But, I don't want to do Florida, and I don't want to do, like Pitt can go scrub off.
Pitt's not top 25.
Nah, not after they lost to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that's right. How about Wisconsin?
Well, after they fired their coach and they got whipped last week too.
Yeah, that's right.
They're facing 1-4 Northwestern.
That might be fun to watch. That might be actually a decent game to watch.
It's at 3:30 on the Big Ten Network.
Man, oh man, and then Michigan. Minnesota. What's his name was talking about? Oh boy, don't forget about their coach. He's underrated. Didn't Purdue put one in on them? Didn't they?
Minnesota has a bye week this week.
Yeah. Didn't Purdue put it on them this week?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, 20-10. I got that one. I liked Purdue in that game. I don't know why I did. Yeah. So maybe I'll look around. I won't pick any JUCO colleges or nothing like that. I'll find some. I'll find some legit. I'll find 2 or 3 legit. Big 10, Pac-12. Or Big 12 or something. I'll find something.
Yeah, it's barely.
How about Nebraska? Where's Nebraska playing this week?
Rutgers.
That might be a good one to pick because both of them suck ass.
Well, actually, no. What you rename it this week is the Toilet Bowl games.
Yeah, suck ass bowl. Yeah. No, are they playing it? Are they playing in Rutgers?
Yeah, they're in Piscataway.
Yeah, so it's raining up there all this week. So by the time they play, probably Saturday, it's going to look like a mud hole bowl. So that's probably fitting for those two teams. But
I think Rutgers plays on field turf, so that won't matter.
No, maybe not. Maybe it won't. Yeah. And
that game's on Friday night.
Penn State, are they coming off a bye this week? Are they getting a bye this week too?
Yeah, I think Penn State's getting a bye this week.
I think so too, because I think they got Michigan coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be a game. They ain't been tested yet. They're 5-0, right? They're not 4-0.
Yes. Yeah, they're
5-0. So they
barely got past Iowa in the first week.
Yeah, and then this week they only won by 10 over
Northwestern.
Yeah, Northwestern. Yeah, Mike was talking in here. He said they always play them close, and I was laughing about it. And then sitting in the hotel room last night watching it, I was like, "That son of a bitch! He knows what he's talking about. He gets a lot of them right. He really is good at picking in college games."
Yeah,
I've never really done this before, so half my things are just guesses.
Really, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch more college than I watch pro, though. I do. I'll sit there on Saturday, maybe 5-6 hours straight.
I can't do that anymore.
I love doing that better than I do the pros. The pro ones, I just can't. Like now, I'm not even sitting watching Tampa Bay.
My issue was that I was busy playing pinball for about 2 hours, 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm back.
Is the league started back up, or?
Yep. Yeah, and a buddy of mine that was in the league came back after a short hiatus, so now I got somebody to play with.
Okay, now y'all teammates or
no?
Okay,
but the nice thing is, so the one I guess I should bring this up. So the league that from when it started to what it is now is a lot different.
Okay.
Number one, we didn't play extra balls. Now we can do that for all players. They also allow, as long as you weren't like in the top division champion, you can mulligan a game. And thank God it worked for me that the game I mulliganed, I got a better score in the second game because you keep the second score no matter what.
Yep.
So we didn't end up working out too bad for us. I think we were done by 2:15. So it took us about 2 hours, 15 minutes. Played 12 games. One thing you got to worry about, though, and I'll say this for maybe people who are in the hobby, the Toy Story 4 pinball machine is $1.25 a play. I understand the operators can set their own price, but you start putting games at like $1.50 or $1.75, there ain't going to be too many parents that are going to want their kids playing a pinball game that's going to take 2 minutes and they're paying $1.75.
Yeah. So you're not crazy about that game?
It's Toy Story 4, but it's not based off of all the Toy Story movies. It's based off the fourth one.
Yeah. Is it so it's all new pinball machines?
No, there are some old school. One said there's no electromechanical ones, but there are some what they call solid state with the score reel and no display. We got a couple of those.
I got you.
So he tries to circulate some in and out. I mean, some games are, they get broken, and so he has to kind of cycle through some of them. But
well, Tuesday night, guys, Tim, Bob, and a bunch of us and me planning on being here for our picks, our reviews, and for next week's picks. So I hope you guys will join us. God bless. Be good to one another, and use YouTube for what it should be. Positive, not negative. And join us Tuesday night, and we're going to try to have an update on Hurricane Ian and see how our folks down in Florida are. See if we can have them on live with us prior to the show. So have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.